Entitled Neighbor's Power Trip Backfires on Her Again. Lock in.
Joe! She experiences Joe! And she experiences goddamn handcuffs! Now have you been offended as an American? Me too! I don't want to be here! Take me to...
Is she purposefully like... Is she purposefully screaming like that? Or is this like a bit?
Africa, you sucking... Take me to Africa, you American! Me too! I don't want to be here! Take me to Africa, you sucking...
On April 15th, 2025 in Ohio, police were called...
Where in Africa? A little racist. Yeah, because you never actually... Where in Africa? I don't want to be in the United States anymore. Take me to Africa. That'd be like, I don't want to be in the United States anymore. Take me to South America. Take me to Europe. No, you would say a country.
Called when a woman insisted on pressing charges because her package was left at the wrong door.
I don't know what's...
Pressing charges because her package was left at the wrong door? Oh my God. Chat, on Halloween, I ordered Burger King at the Airbnb I was at. And I already told y'all about how when I ordered the Uber, I was so drunk that I thought he left because I saw a car pulling away and I was calling him. And I was like, dude, you fucking left. We're right here. And then he walked right up to me and he's like, bro, I'm right here. And that was like really awkward. When we got back, I ordered Burger King and the guy dropped it off like 3 doors down. And I was, he drops it off at like 2 in the morning. And I like see on my phone that it arrived. I'm like, oh shit, I open the door, it's not there. I hear like people walking down the street and I immediately in my head go, they fucking took my Burger King. So barefoot, I ran in Kensington, PA down the street and turned the corner to see if these people had my fucking Burger King. And I'm like, I call the guy. I'm like, yo, where the fuck's my food? He's like, I dropped it off. I'm like, bro, I think somebody stole it. And he's like, well, I can't really. And then as I'm saying that, I walk back and I see it's on like a doorstep, like 4 over. I'm like, oh, you left it in the wrong place. Never mind. And I hung up on him. I didn't even let him respond to me. And then I just pick it up and ate it.
What's going on, man?
I don't know. She was yelling crazy shit and threatening her.
Okay. We'll see what the matter is.
You have a lampshade, a little wax plugged into the wall, a lock, a cord for the windows next door don't come in. Ring, ring.
Is this just me or does this not look like an apartment complex? This looks like a dormitory. Like the way these hallways are set up, like this feels. This doesn't. What is this? This doesn't feel like a fucking apartment.
You have a lampshade, a little wax plugged into the wall, a lock, a cord.
It's assisted living.
Windows next door don't come in. Ring, ring. Wired into the wall at a tiny house. Nothing in this goddamn house but windows closed.
Hello.
And a goddamn radio on.
Did you call?
She called.
Is that Helen that called?
Yes.
Okay.
But she's that upset. I mean, like, I would maybe get you getting more mad if you didn't live in an apartment and somebody dropped a package like 3 houses over. Because, like, you would never know. But, like, you just walk out of your door and you're like, oh, it's right there. Oh, it's right there.
Yeah, across the hallway called too.
Okay. I talked to Helen just for a minute.
Yes.
And who's she going to press charges on? Amazon? Was she going to sue a $1 trillion corporation?
Hello, are you Helen? Yeah. Did you said the aide delivered a package?
FedEx or something.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
And they put it in front of my door.
Mm-hmm.
And my aide just picked it up and brought it to me.
Your aide, okay,
and I
gotcha.
didn't look at it. And I just opened it and I saw that it was for her.
Oh, she wants to press charges on this woman? That's not her fault. Have you guys ever opened somebody else's mail? You're not supposed to, but, like, they're not going to sue you. Like, there's so many instances where you get mail delivered to, like, the wrong apartment. Like, it'll be 1 over, or they put it in the wrong lockbox, and you open it. Because you're not thinking. You're like, oh, this is my mail. You open it, and it's like, Dear Richard. And you're like, oh, that's not me. Fucking put it back in.
Yeah.
It's illegal, but you're never going to get in trouble. It's illegal to open other people's mail if you're, like, going in their mailbox or their lockbox or their doorstep. Like, you don't read. Well, no, if I open my lockbox and it's in there, I'm assuming it's for me. You know? Like, I'm not going to go, oh, this is somebody else's mail. No, it's fucking my lockbox. So you open it, and then you go, oh, shit. And then you just put it back, and you probably know your neighbors, so you're like, this is for you. You don't read it. Like, I'm not going to fucking, eavesdrop their fucking bill or whatever, their mail. But you just see it's not for you.
I saw her, I took it to her.
Okay,
And I
no
told her,
problem.
I said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to open this. I didn't even look at it, Sonia. I said, Nancy brought it to me, and I didn't even pay attention.
And she's crashing out that hard, one door over. What do you think the mail was? It was from Bad Dragon. Then I'd maybe get the crash out. It's just like a fucking dragon fucking dildo. Like that, then I'd be like, oh shit. You weren't supposed to open that. But like if it's just like regular mail, why would you care?
And she didn't say anything then, but now she's going nuts.
It's just like really weird chemicals. That would be more concerning. It's like, oh, I didn't know this was mine. Why did you buy all the chemicals needed to like make meth?
She's been in the hall screaming and cussing. This is the third time.
But she has it in her apartment?
She threw it in the hallway and was trying to give it to me, and I wouldn't take it.
Okay.
Put it back by her.
Okay.
But she told me that she's going to follow.
Do you think she's screaming? Who do you think she's screaming at right now? Like we hear her in the next door. Way too many photos on the wall in this house. Could I say that as well? I'm not trying to judge the inner decor of an individual's living, quarters. Do as you wish. But I feel like I'm in a Cracker Barrel, okay? The wall is full of imagery. Too much, I would say. There's 35 fucking hanging portraits right here.
Federal charges on me for opening her mail, and that I'm the reason.
I love it. Oh, I can respect it. It's like a grandma living space,
She's getting addicted.
Yeah.
Can I turn on subtitles? Because I feel like I can barely hear this woman, and then when the other lady starts screaming, I'm not going to know what she's saying.
But she told me that she's going to file federal charges on me for opening her mail, and that I'm the reason she's getting addicted.
Yeah.
This is the third time that the laws come today.
Yeah.
And the guys,
I was here earlier.
Oh, were you?
Mm-hmm.
I know that one of them said that if she does it again, they're going to take her.
Yeah. See what we could do here.
I love that. Not a regular knock. Dum, 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 dum. To just keep banging on it until she opens the door.
Hey, come to the door.
What's
I
wrong?
have somebody broke a cell on my goddamn government phone and I am pissed.
What's the matter this?
I will press charges. This goddamn woman right here. I want to press charges on her on my government goddamn phone.
What happened?
She broke the cells, got 17 president cells. Press charges on her now.
You have the phone?
No!
Looks like you do.
I want this replaced. See this? See this? It's a goddamn
The phone's unopened. How is it? How does she know it's broken? It still has the fucking plastic seal on it.
government phone.
It still hasn't been broken. It's still
It's got codes, now shut up.
it's intact.
You see this truck? You see this paw print? Thumb, 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 thumb. You see this thumb? See this thumb? You see this thumb? See this thumb?
Hold on, let me go get my black light. Do you see all this? There's like ectoplasm all over this package. I think I need to press charges.
You see these numbers? You see this name and numbers? You see name and numbers for the security? My name is Sonia, 5 letters, it's switch. On the phone for D. And then you can click on that, you click on this, you click on my goddamn name.
What is she saying? I can't understand her.
You're done.
And there's subtitles. You click like this, you click on the goddamn mothering car, you're done. Letters switch on the phone, pretty, and then you click on, the fuck is she talking about?
Yep. You're under arrest.
No, I'm not!
Yeah, you are.
Now who opened my phone shit?
I would say that you would have grounds to press charges if they continued to open the phone. Can we agree on that? I think this would be a reasonable crash out if, she opened the phone. Like, if you get somebody else's mail, you open the package, you go, this is an iPhone, I didn't order an iPhone, and then you put it back, fine. But if they go, oh, an iPhone, and then they fucking start setting it up, You know, like, then I'd get it. If it was like, you fucking open the box, you open the iPhone, you're like, this isn't mine. You know, free iPhone. And then you just fucking start going through the steps. No, I don't want to set up Siri right now. No, do later. Oh, yeah, no, I will sign up for this different screen color. Ooh, I got to choose a wallpaper. Like that, then I would get it.
Fashion adult, you're not expected to keep up with trends. And Harrison Ford looked cool in 1978. He looked cool in 1992. He looked cool in 2005. And he still looks cool today. Even his fun earring is timeless.
You talking to me?
That is a cool-ass earring, bro.
Dressed like Harrison Ford. Number 38. We should all
Just wear nice clothes.
know how to talk to strangers.
I think that's the problem for, like, guys, is, like, fashion. There's a difference between dressing nice and being fashionable. And ordering and getting actual fashionable outfits that match is hard.
Number 38. We should all know how to talk to strangers. I'm still working on this one. I am definitely a product of the internet and COVID. It's scary talking to people out in public, but it gets easier with repetition. A lot of times, it's very rewarding. You know how good it feels walking back to your car after you go to like the bagel place and have a little chat with a couple? You feel like freaking mayor of small town USA. You know what I mean? Like George Bailey, the richest man I know. I think because I do what I do, a lot of people are surprised to learn that I'm extremely shy. I got a lot of social anxiety.
Well, I think, most people assume that, like, internet personalities are always extroverted, but the amount of people that do YouTube or Twitch or just social media in general that are introverts, I would say outweigh the extroverts. Outside of people that actually IRL stream or do content that involves interacting with strangers. You're a perfect example. I mean, I don't know. I would say I'm the in-between of an introvert and an extrovert. I used to be very introverted. At times, I could be very extroverted, but I think it's more like an ambivert or whatever they would call it. I'm not like extremely shy, but I also do enjoy just hanging out with people that I know.
I'm basically alone in a room. So I encourage you to join me and face your fears and talk to people. I also encourage you to not be a weirdo. Feel out the vibe. Don't lead with, you look hot.
Oh, that's what do you mean in like flirting instances?
Good luck. Number 39. Learn how to lift things without hurting your back. Number 40. Learn how to disagree with others in a civil manner. Our comment section is one of the most civil comment sections on YouTube. So if you want more civility in your life, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, jump down in there, talk to some of the others.
It's just everybody bickering with each other, just full-on screaming matches. That'd be hilarious if all the comments were just toxic. What do you fucking mean I need to get a tailored suit?
Learn how to receive compliments. You guys know it can feel a little awkward when someone gives you a compliment sometimes. And
Just say thank you.
I think our response very often is to like downplay it or make a joke out of it because we feel a little.
I go, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that, bro. Somebody walks up to me. Love your content, man. You really help my mental health. Thank you, bro. I appreciate that.
But recently, I realized that that's a little bit rude.
Thank you kindly. Hold up. I gotta go buy a hat so I could tip it.
It's weirder to be like, oh, no, dude, I suck. And then they're like, no, you don't suck. It's like, nah, dude, I'm a piece of shit. By being overly modest, you're like forcing them to glaze you harder, which is the opposite of what we all want to happen in the situation. So thanks, man. That really means a lot. And then let's move on. Hey, man, you're really good at tennis. Nah. Yeah, you are. No, dude, I suck. No, you don't.
I think there's instances where you can be like, I appreciate that, but I'm not that good. You know, if they come out swinging with the glaze.
Suck, you're like really good. No, dude, I'm freaking dog crap at tennis, and I barely even am good at it at all. Hardly even know the rules. No, man, I was seeing you're really good at it. Honestly, dude, I suck so bad at tennis, I should probably go to the hospital. What? I should probably go to the freaking hospital because I suck so bad at tennis, and I'm basically injured and debilitated because I'm actually so bad at this game and I'm not even good at all.
I love how it just cuts
dude,
back
I
to
was
him
just trying to
VOing
give you a
it.
compliment. No, like I am bad at tennis, and if you think that I'm not, then there's something wrong with you. Yeah, I don't think I want to play tennis with you next week. Good, because I suck, and it might be contagious. And finally, number 42, the point of this entire video. Learn how to do new things. This is the...
What, instead of like always pushing that task off or just calling somebody else to do it? I think there's instances where you should learn specific tasks like a lot of the things in this video, but there's also things where it's like, it just makes sense to pay somebody else to do it.
The entire point of this channel. And if you guys have one takeaway from not only this video, but all of our videos, is that I want to encourage you to learn new stuff. The most powerful skill is the ability and willingness to learn. And the only way to get good at learning is to constantly push yourself to learn new things.
Fire video. Fire video. Learn how to create memories and preserve them, how to compliment somebody, how to host, how to choose and give gifts. Ooh, how to get a good gift for somebody. That's a good skill. Remember things about it. Learn how to remember things about an individual, so where you, even if they bring it up one time, that's a message for like your significant others or just like friends in general. You know, if you meet somebody and they're like, damn, I really like this, and they bring it up one time and you remember 8 months later and you get something in relation to that, they'll be like, you're the best person ever. And it's just so nice. You know, it makes them happy. So, all right. What's really happening with price tags?
This apple and this apple are the exact same, except for one.
Well, here's the first problem. You're buying a Granny Smith apple, which is disgusting, okay? We're not even going to get into the price tag bit yet. The fact that you are purchasing willingly a green apple from a grocery store is gross. The only thing worse would be like you being somebody that's buying a Macintosh or like a mushy red apple.
One thing. I only paid $1.29 for this apple, but for this one, you paid nearly 3 times that. Not because yours is any better, it's not organic, and I didn't get mine on sale. These are exactly the same, but the algorithm decided that you would pay more than me. Let me explain.
Listen, folks.
Yeah, well, it's really any store that has digital price tags, don't shop at. I think with the I guess advancement of technology, one of the only things that should never change is physical price tags, because that ensures that they can really only change them like once per day. Like unless it's like one singular product that they're up pricing. Like when you see paper, that's how you know that like that's been there at least today.
Start having a rush hour price to it.
These price tags started updating right in front of me.
Just stick it to your customers just a little bit more.
What a wild concept.
Carnegie, Rockefeller.
Do you guys have places with digital price tags though? I'll see them, but not to the point where like Walmart has everyone a digital price tag.
Just stick it to your customers just a little bit more.
What a wild concept.
Carnegie, Rockefeller, and Vanderbilt. What do they all have in common? They owned monopolies. Carnegie was the king of steel, Rockefeller was the king of oil, and Vanderbilt was the king of railroads. These guys focused all of their time and money on one thing, and that was dominating their industries. As their businesses grew, they were able to effectively crush any competition and choose whatever price they wanted to charge. And they were pretty much untouchable. But in 1890, a senator from Ohio formed a bill that would allow the government to step in. This bill, also known as the Sherman Act, only had 2 sections. Section 1 made price fixing illegal, and Section 2 made it a crime to monopolize or attempt to monopolize an industry. As you can imagine, when the government passes a law that goes against the richest people in the country, they usually find creative ways around it. So in 1914, the government had to pass.
It's illegal to monopolize, but what counts as a monopoly, right? Like the fact that you have 0 competitors, because you could argue that a lot of the big companies right now, like the top 5 in the S&P 500, are effectively monopolies of their own trade. Like, is Amazon not a monopoly in some way? Like, it obviously, the Amazon Prime Video portion of Amazon is not a monopoly. But, like, the Amazon service of, like, okay, yeah, there's Temu and eBay and Etsy and other places where you buy shit online. But, like, I would argue that the majority of Americans and anywhere really where Amazon's available is using Amazon as the first and foremost place where they're buying almost any product.
We're gonna start acting like airline tickets.
So let's play a game to really understand what we're dealing with. Here we have two grocery stores, Dave's and Willie's. To keep things simple, let's pretend they each
I'm going to Dave's.
Sell the same thing. Both stores sell their apples for $3 a piece. Customers don't really have a preference, so they just shop wherever their heart desires. But Dave decides that he wants to make a little bit more money. So he lowers his price to $2.50. For the next
Good choice going to Dave's.
week, the majority of customers start shopping at Dave's for their apples because they're cheaper. But as soon as Willie catches on to this, he lowers his price to $1.99. Again, all the shoppers follow the lower price.
That's just the idea of, like, capitalism, free market, right? The problem with that is nobody ever lowers prices or does anything reasonably without the potential to then just raise it in the long term. Like, it's like short-term gains for, like, or short-term losses for long-term gains. It's just, gross economics. I mean, it's literally just the idea of competitive pricing because you need to, not because you feel like you want to give your customers a good deal.
Price and move back to Willie's. As you can imagine, this could just continue indefinitely, and that's why it's called a race to the bottom. This is the ideal scenario for us because companies are forced to compete for the lowest price to attract the most customers. However, after all this back and forth, both Willie and Dave are now making way less than they did when both of their prices were $3. If they could get together and create a plan, they could both raise their price to $5 and make way more because customers have nowhere else to go for their apples. But that would be considered collusion, and that's illegal according to the Sherman Act. But
Well, and isn't it also within reason on how low you're able to drop that price tag, right? Because couldn't Microsoft, the fucking, monolith of a company that it is, sell their Xboxes for $50 and just take billions of dollars in losses and effectively drive PlayStation out of business?
doing the collusion, and instead it's the algorithm. And what if the algorithm didn't just know what everyone else was?
Competitive pricing is what Xbox did initially. PlayStation, I'm not 100% sure, didn't want to sell the PlayStation for $500. But when Xbox, it got leaked that they were going to sell it for that, PlayStation had to match competitively. It's not a coincidence that they're selling for the same price.
But it also knew everything about you. We're going to get to that, but I have something else to show you first. Exchange-traded funds were built in the 90s, and when you invest in one, you get what you get. You can't customize it, and there's only about 4,000 total options in the United States.
This is an ad.
Ideas, visit public.com/grant. Let's take a look at this chart. It's a simple concept most of us learned in school. Here you have a line showing the supply and
And you're like, yo, bro's talking about ETFs, yo. Like, what am I going to start? Exchange traded funds. What am I on, Robinhood?
line showing the supply, and here is the demand. The point where these lines cross is the optimal price an object should be. As the demand goes up, the price goes up. As the demand goes down, the price goes down. This
Oh
used
my God, wait, a monopoly is just the diamond market. That's the best fucking explanation, is the diamond market. I mean, you could even see that with iShow Speed Stream when Speed tried to buy a diamond and they were like, oh no, we're only allowed to sell to 2 people. Like the diamond market, diamonds aren't as rare as they seem. Like they artificially withhold the supply to increase the capability of them to sell them at a higher demand, right? Because they limit the supply, that increases demand. But if they released all the diamonds they had, then diamond pricing would drop pretty drastically.
pricing goods, but ever since we started carrying these around, things have changed. Airplane tickets were some of the first things most of us noticed. Depending on what time of year you were buying them or when the trip was planned for, it might be more expensive or less expensive. This is what's called dynamic pricing. It's the reason Ubers cost more during rush hour and why flights cost more during spring break. Dynamic prices
I think dynamic pricing, though, isn't bad in certain instances. Like, an Uber should cost way more at 3 in the fucking morning when there's less Uber drivers than at noon. You know? Like, if you're trying to DoorDash a fucking burrito at 3 a.m., that should cost you more money because there's less people available. It's different, though, when it's grocery stores that are dynamically pricing a product that isn't rare or a commodity that makes sense to do dynamic pricing for. Like, even flights, it kind of makes sense. Where if it's like the day before a flight and it's not full, obviously they're going to drop the prices because they want to fill the flight. What doesn't make sense is when airlines overbook people and then you have that motherfucker on the comms go, yeah, this is Delta Airlines number 608. We are looking for 2 passengers to potentially take a later flight for $500. No, I'm not getting off the fucking flight. I'm not getting off the fucking flight. Give me $5,000. Give me $5,000. I'll get off the flight.
On customer-specific variables. These are things that are determined without any customer data, but as we've started to open our lives up more and more to data collection, we've pretty much opened Pandora's box and allowed companies to take complete control of our spending. If we return back to the Sherman Act, for something to be considered collusion, there needs to be an agreement to fix prices between multiple parties. But that agreement doesn't need to be said, written, or even directly agreed on. It could be something as simple as a wink. For example, if Dave and Willie, our grocery store owners, are out golfing one day and Dave says, "Man, the price on these apples is way too low." Then they both go and raise the prices the next day. That's considered illegal collusion. In other words, you don't need a direct agreement at all. You just need to prove that they are no longer acting independently. That leads us to the problem we're having today. And in order to explain this, I think we need to order some groceries. Now, Instacart has been getting...
Bro just Instacarted 2 apples and a fucking box of cereal. Are we dead ass? Are we dead ass? I feel like it's a waste when you're not ordering. Like, yo, I always think if I'm gonna order something, I'm gonna order like $100 worth of shit. Like, don't, like, dude, you remember that one time when Handsome DoorDashed a fucking Red Bull? Like a singular Red Bull. I'm like, you just paid a guy to walk into a 7-Eleven, grab a Red Bull, and drive it to your fucking house. Like, that is insanity.
Some heat lately. In a recent investigation, Consumer Reports found that grocery store prices were completely different for each customer, sometimes as much as 23%. And most of us know Instacart because of their app and being able to simply order our groceries instead of walking around the aisles of a grocery store, but they are also the leading software that grocery stores rely on. I mean, just think about it. Instacart had over 250 million orders in the first 3 quarters of 2025 alone. That's hundreds of millions of data points that they can compile and sell to the grocery.
Yo, I never use Instacart because I don't want another motherfucker picking which blueberries I'm using, okay? When I go to the produce section, I'm you know, I'm looking at the case. I'm seeing, oh, no, that one's got a rotten one. Don't want it. That one's good, you know? If I get Instacart, now it's some minimum wage. It's one of you guys. It's one of you guys, you know. You're high on the job, you know. You don't give a fuck if I get good grapes. Because you're just fulfilling the order. Why would you put that extra effort to be like, oh, this raspberry's a little fuzzy on this one? Fuck no. Why are we catching strays? Because the people that fulfill Instacart orders are usually like starting out at a Walmart. It's 42 things that everyone should learn to do. Lock in chat.
To do the useful thing, to say the courageous thing, to contemplate the beautiful thing. That is enough for one man's life. A few weeks back, me and the boys went camping, and one night while setting up a tent, Zach, without skipping a beat, tied a very specific knot. He was just like, and I
always goes, dude, this is like the best knot you can make. My dad taught me this knot. Everybody should learn this knot.
Thought it was so cool because in that moment, Zach was useful. And useful.
Okay, what are like some useful things everybody should know how to do? Change a tire, build a fire, change a tire, probably fix certain things. Like, I don't know what specifically, but like if something breaks, cook, yeah, but that's too broad. Like fix something. What's something that's like useful you can fix like a lot? Oh, know how to drive stick shift. Pay your taxes, but I feel like that's not like a task. That's like a useful thing. Change your oil. I don't think you need to know how to change your oil. Tie your shoes. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. No, not stuff everybody knows. Things that everybody should know. How to drive stick. Most people don't know how to do that. No CPR for sure. Swimming. I feel like that's too broad. This is like, I think this video is going to be talking about hyper niche things that not everybody knows how to do, but it's like, if you see somebody that knows how to do it, you're like, damn, that's useful. I don't think swimming's one of those things.
We started a list, and over the last few weeks, we've come up with 42.
Sew a button. Oh my God, I would never know how to do that. I don't think I could know how to sew anything. Cook rice. Oh my God. My friend the other day fucking informed me that you're supposed to wash your rice before you cook it. And I never knew that, and I've always made really shitty rice. And I was like, why does my rice always suck? I'm like overcooking it. No, you're supposed to hand wash your rice like multiple times. You didn't know that? Not until like a month ago.
Simple, useful things that we think everyone should learn how to do. And I promise you, there is something on this list that you'll learn.
Maybe like a rinse, but not like wash. He was like, no, you should wash your rice until it's like there's no more white fluff stuff coming out. Never knew.
One day, you'll use it, whether it's alone or in front of a bunch of people, and you are going to feel so awesome. So in no particular order, number 1, learn the basics of how a toilet works and how to...
Oh my God, no. I will stand on this. When my grandfather tried to make me fix a toilet, you should not need to know how to fucking unscrew and fix your fucking toilet. That is a stupid, call a plumber. Call a plumber. I don't think I should need to know how to disassemble and reassemble my fucking toilet. That's not a task for me. Why? That should be something that I pay a person to fucking do. You need to know how to do it. I know how to do very basic things. Like, I know how to fix the shit on the top. What is that called? The water basin? I could take that off and fiddle with the shit on the top. I remember my toilet used to be fucked up and I had to mess with it. I know how to fix that.
Learn the basics of how a toilet works and how to fix it. Like that. Number 2, learn how to reset.
That is not the basics of fixing a toilet. That is how to attach the chain to the little bobber part. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. A fun fact, you ever sit on a toilet? I learned this the other day, chat. You learn something new every day. You know the fucking... If you ever sat on a toilet seat and it moves, it's a little loose, and you sit on it and it goes like... And now you're sitting on it weird and you have to like plop it back, and you're like, this sucks, right? It's usually like a home toilet. And you're like, how do you tighten this? Because you see this, you got to flick this bit up and there's a screw. Most people don't know that. I never knew that. You have to like wedge it open with like a screwdriver and it'll pop open and you could screw it tight.
Like that.
It's loose. I thought it was just a shitty toilet seat.
Number 2, learn how to reset a circuit breaker. Like that.
I feel like you learn that when you're like 10.
Number 3, learn how to remount a chain that has fallen off a bike.
That's
Number
a
4,
skill. That's a skill. I think I'd just ditch the bike. Like if my chain popped off my bike on a bike ride, I'm walking it back. I'm not fixing it there. I'm walking it back. I'm going to put the chain in my pocket. It's going to get all oil everywhere. It's going to suck. And I'm going to fucking walk it back. The holidays are here. I got my tree set up. I'm all festive. And people are buying gifts for each other left and right. And what better way to buy a gift for somebody than using the customizable Cash App card that you could order today? The Cash App card is a no hidden fees customizable debit card that you can have fit your own personal taste. You could draw on it. You could pick the color. You could change the emojis. You could have it glow in the dark. if you want. You also get exclusive cardholder discounts on everyday things that you buy, like coffee, video games, food delivery, and more. And you get exclusive pre-sale ticket access for major concert tours like Kendrick Lamar, SZA, Sabrina Carpenter, and more. And for a limited time only, new Cash App customers over the age of 18 can earn $10 if they download the Cash App app. Use code CASH10 at profile at sign up and send $5 to a friend within the first 14 days. And if you're 13 to 17, get a parent or guardian sponsored account. Sign up with code CASH10 and get $10 dropped into your account when you order an activated Cash App card and send $5 or more to a friend within the first 14 days. Terms apply. Thank you to Cash App for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it.
Learn CPR and when and how to use it. Imagine saving a child's life or a hot person's life. That would be so sick. Oh, and one tip. CPR isn't to resuscitate someone, it's to keep oxygen flowing to give them a better chance of surviving once help arrives. So step one of CPR is to call for help. Call for help, then...
I love how he's like dead fish hand CPRing his chest because he's not actually
one of
passed
CPR
out.
is to call for help. Call for help, then medically kiss. Number 5, learn how to jumpstart a dead battery.
Oh my God, I wish I knew that. Bro, I've left my gym so many times and somebody's like, do you got jumper cables? And I'm like, no, because I don't. Then I'll see a guy be like, yeah, man. And they just fucking, and they just start it. I don't know how to fucking jump a car. But here's and this is why I think online's bad. And I was just ranting about this for a philosophy video about like specialized labor. I could just YouTube anything. Like, I don't know how to change a tire either, but if it came down to it, I'm Googling a YouTube tutorial and there's going to be a guy that's like 45 that goes, all right, welcome, blank and blank. Today we're going to be teaching you how to fucking fix a tire. All right, first you're going to need to get this thing, and you're going to have to fucking unscrew it. Make sure you have a car jack, though. I'm going to be like, okay.
Dead positive, live negative, dead ground. And don't...
Yeah, but can't you, like, really fuck that up and electrocute yourself? That's why I never want to know this. Because if you... Can't you, like, die if you fucking put them on the wrong ones? Dude, like, I'd have so much anxiety on that. Where if I attach something wrong, it'll just fucking shock the shit out of me. That's why they have the rubber parts, though, so that doesn't happen.
Negative, dead ground.
Red. Is it red to red?
Live positive, live negative.
Red to red, black to black.
This one is incredibly simple, but is actually getting harder and harder as cars get more advanced. Figure out where your battery is and where your signal.
That's what I'm saying, bro. I know if I was road tripping with my friends and our car broke down, all four, like say there's 4 people, we'd be like, all right, let's pop the hood. And then we would just stare at the car. I'd just be looking at you. I'd be like, the only thing I know how to do is check the dipstick. Because that happened one time when my car broke down. It was like fucking leaking coolant or some shit. So I had to go to fucking Wawa and grab more.
Significant other's battery is. Is it in the trunk? Is it under the rear seat? Number 6, learn how to change a flat tire. Number 7, learn how to drive.
I knew that would be. Oh my God. See, yeah, just shit with cars. Learn how to drive stick, learn how to change a tire, learn how to check a dipstick.
Stick. And I mean this in the least macho car guy way possible. I think that everyone should know how to drive a manual transmission. Not even...
Can I say I've never driven a manual transmission car, but I've driven 3 manual transmission tractors. I don't really remember how to do it, but I know the clutch change gear. I've done paddle shifters on cars too. That's not manual. It's the same thing. Yeah, but it's like, I feel like the experience is obviously different because you're using like, how? One was for a field trip, and then one's because, like, one of my family members used to be a farmer.
Number 8, learn how to exercise alone without any equipment. 9, learn...
Fucking calisthenics? Who doesn't know calisthenics? Push-ups, sit-ups, not curls. That's no equipment. Push-ups, sit-ups, pull-ups, ab stuff.
Learn and appreciate the power of compound interest and don't find yourself on the wrong side of it. Our human brains understand things that go like this, and we're really bad at gauging things that go like this. Number 10, have a basic understanding of how taxes work.
Basic understanding of how taxes work. I think a bigger thing, too, is understanding this is not financial advice. This is not financial advice. Understanding that if you leave your money in a bank, you're effectively losing money every year. Even if you're saving money, if you're saving money in a bank account that operates at a 0.04 interest or 0.4% or 0.04% interest rate, you're losing money to inflation because the average inflation rate's around like 3%. So if you have like 10 grand in a bank account that's generating like $30 a year, you're losing money. Like, you're not physically losing money, but the value of that money is less than it was the previous year, even with you just keeping it in a bank account. Like, it's good to save, but it's like you want to save at least in something that's going to, like, operate you at, like, something that's equivalent to the inflation rate. Yeah, it's not somebody that's us, because the older people are the ones at the front checking the fucking receipts and just racially profiling people. The people that are doing Instacart are like the young guys that are rushing around to get shit done. The old people that have been there are the ones that are only stopping black people at the front. That's what they're doing. I mean, that's literally what they're doing. You can watch them do it. That's what they do.
Grocery stores to improve their efficiency because it's a digital.
That's cap, brother. You must be going to a different Walmart.
Storefront, there aren't any price tags, and they can update things in real time. They even acquired Eversight in 2022, which is an AI company designed to optimize pricing.
I've seen it. No, I've seen it, bro. They read every receipt. But when I hand them a receipt, he goes, if I stand behind somebody that's a minority, that motherfucker's looking through each individual fucking thing. I'm like, yeah, no, that's crazy.
Promotions and discounts. But that optimization isn't for the customers, it's for the stores. According to Instacart, the tools they've built with Eversight can increase grocery store sales by 1 to...
I'm a minority. Thank you for sharing, Zod. I've never seen that in my life. I go to Costco. I've never stepped foot in a Costco in my life, so I couldn't tell you what Costco's got going on.
3% and profit from additional sales by 2 to 5%. All of this being driven by an algorithm that is not only testing and updating prices and discounts.
Well, you're rich. I still shop at Walmart.
And profit from additional sales by 2 to 5%. All of this being driven by an algorithm that is not only testing and updating prices and discounts in real time, but it's also using our information against us. Which brings us back to our previous point on dynamic pricing. If you remember, dynamic pricing is based on non-customer specific variables. But to do what Instacart was doing, you need customer data like where they live and what they do for work, otherwise known as surveillance pricing. It is important to note that as of December 22nd, 2025, Instacart did announce that they are immediately ending all price tests and use of Eversight technology to run those price tests, but they are still allowing tests on promotions and discounts. Now, surveillance pricing really caught on thanks to social media. As we've shared more of our lives online and taught the algorithms what type of things we like to look at and buy, we're giving them the keys to our brains and how we shop. Not just that, but the brands have also found new ways to collect even more.
Well, the AI's gotta be fucking glitching out on TikTok, brother, because the ads that I get on that fucking app are absolute horseshit. None of the stuff that I see, I have any interest in. The only thing that I will say is I get a lot of fidget spinner lighter ads, and I almost bought one of them.
Data, and they've gotten really good at hiding it from us. All those loyalty programs you belong to, they're not really designed to reward your loyalty with free drinks and fries. Instead, they're just the bait to extract even more information from you. When you download their apps, you're giving up access to things like your location, the purchases you make on your phone, and some apps even include mini games that you'll play for extra points. But those mini games
What app are you playing? It has a mini game for extra points.
Are actually designed to study your psychological habits to learn even more about your shopping style. So when you're presented with an ad or you're looking to order your next meal, the app knows exactly what to put in front of you to maximize their profit. And that decision is made by an algorithm. These algorithms are constantly taking
McDonald's. Yo, whenever I pull up, you ever pull up to I haven't been to a McDonald's in so long, but you pull up to a McDonald's, are you using the app? No. No.
new information and forming opinions on you and what you're willing to spend. And this gets really creepy when you start to think about it, because these brands have built these huge profiles on us. If I lived in Beverly Hills, I used an iPhone, I shop at Whole Foods, I make reservations at nice restaurants, and I typically take 2 to 3 vacations a year, my shopper profile would feed me higher priced goods every time. And I would buy them without...
Yeah, because you're not reading the price. I mean, dude, that's the one thing that it's like... One of the most immediate luxuries of having a level of wealth is you don't you're not individually itemizing receipt. You know, you're just looking at it and going, okay, this costs this amount of money, and then writing it off, right? Or not writing it off like tax purposes. I'm saying like pushing it off, moving it to the side. Like you don't give a fuck, right? Like if you're somebody that is living paycheck to paycheck or like middle class, how much the apples cost per pound matter, right? That's why to always see how in touch somebody is, they always go, how much is a gallon of milk? I don't know, not because I'm not in touch, but because I don't drink dairy, because Big Milk is a fucking con. I guess the price of my total every time I go to the grocery store, and I'm right within $5 every single fucking time. Every single fucking time I'm within $5 of that bitch. Went 2 days ago, and I'm telling you, I said, I'm looking at everything, I go, it's probably gonna be $150. Actually, 160. It was 163. Get me on the Price is Right.
Not a second thought. On the other hand, if I only shopped at discount stores, I'm already saving coupons.
How much are eggs? Don't know. I can tell you how much chicken costs, though. Chicken tenderloins. If you get the Purdue chicken versus the Walmart chicken, it's different pricing. But I usually get the Purdue chicken packets that are about like $6.30 a thing. And it comes with about 8 tenderloins. And I get 2 of them.
Rarely purchase something if it's not on sale. The algorithm will only ever feed me discounted items or lower priced goods. But don't just take my word for it, because this is actually happening around us right now. In 2019, an investigation showed that Target was charging $4.99 for a TV on their app. But when you pulled into a parking lot of one of their stores, the price would increase to $5.99 because the algorithm...
They were up at that bitch $100.
...assumed you're more likely to purchase if you're already at the store. Also, in 2012, Orbitz was caught pushing Mac users to more expensive hotel options than PC users. When you would log onto the site with a Mac, the more expensive options would pop up first. The algorithm assumed that if you had a Mac, you were probably in a higher income bracket and could afford it. One study even showed that shoppers selecting fast delivery on baby formula were labeled as rushed parents and were assumed to not be price sensitive. So the algorithm would just bump up the price on baby items. But the problem's...
The one other thing I gotta say that does this, that I don't care and I think it's cool, is stock market bars. There's bars where the more people that are buying a drink, the more it costs. So there's like price crashes and hikes, and they'll have a list of like pricing that constantly changes. Those bars are cool as shit. Where if everybody's buying Coors Light, now it's fucking, instead of like $6 or like $8 a can, if it's just like a cheaper bar, now it's 12, 15. But if it's like nobody's buying, Mango Cart, now Mango Carts are real cheap. Just buy the cheapest shit. Yeah, but then you buy the cheapest shit, then it gets expensive. Then you gotta switch drinks.
These algorithms aren't actually owned by each individual brand you have an account with. They're typically third-party providers, which means your data is being collected by one brand, sent to another company, and then compiled and shared with who knows how many companies. And now they all have access to what makes you most likely to purchase and how much you're willing to pay. But because all these brands use the same third-party providers, the algorithm also knows what every other brand is charging for the exact same thing. And in order to explain why that's a problem, we need to look at a company called RealPage. They're a software company that landlords could use for a variety of things, but specifically, it helped them determine the optimal price to rent their units out at. Similar to Dave and Willie in their grocery stores, landlords used to set their prices with a ballpark idea of what the market was willing to pay. They did this based on things they saw, heard, or observed around them. They weren't allowed to do this through agreements with one another because that would be collusion. But by using RealPage, landlords were getting pricing suggested to them. That pricing was calculated using all of the confidential data that RealPage had access to, which included all of the prices of the rental units in their area and the supply of units available. Using this information,
I was gonna say, I assumed that's how they did it. It's just like, how much are the other apartments around the same square footage in the same building going for?
The algorithm learned that instead of constantly decreasing prices to compete with other landlords, it could just set a higher rate for everyone and give the renters no other options. In some cases, the rental rates run by RealPage software increased by over 25% in just 11 months. It's just like the conversation Dave and Willie had earlier about raising the price of apples to $5. If everyone raises their price, there's nowhere else to go and the customers have to pay it. But this brings us to the question.
Well, isn't that part of the problem with like Section 8 housing as well? Section 8 housing is when you could get part of your rent paid for by the government, for the people that don't know. Part of the problem with Section 8 housing is places will partake in Section 8, but then up their pricing, knowing that a percentage of it is going to be covered by Section 8. So they're actually just making you pay more because they know the government's going to be paying.
But one ostrich is just a little dumber than the rest. We decided to name him Peanut. But they will get over 300 pounds each. We can only hope they will stay this way. And by day 10, the ducks had to learn how to swim.
Oh my God. They gotta learn how to swim? I feel like that'd just be like a genetic, like, wouldn't you think that ducks would just know that shit? Because they already just float. They just gotta paddle.
Their feathers act as a natural life jacket.
Oh my God, my babies, they grew so much. Look at them all, guys.
Yo, can we shave the weird tuft of hair on the back of this one's head? I'm sorry, I don't know. I just don't, I don't like that. I feel like it needs to be like this one.
My babies, they grew so.
Yeah, give that one a haircut, bro. He's edgy.
But since they are still babies, their feathers are not waterproof.
Oh my God, this one's shaking.
In the wild, their mother will keep them dry. But for quail, water doesn't do the trick. Instead, they take dust baths.
That's sick.
It looks strange at first, like they're making more of a mess. But the dust kills any parasites that may be in their feathers. But they were starting to grow wings and will soon learn how to fly. The ostrich, however, have finally learned how to walk. But they haven't learned how to...
Okay, I will say I do love ostriches more than ever now, but it still is lame as fuck they're a bird that can't fly. Like, I wish they would be, that would be awesome if ostriches were that big and were able to fucking fly. They could run. Yeah, they could run, but it's like, why are you a bird? You know, what's the point of being a bird if you can't fly?
Think.
Look at this one. He's been pecking at the wall for 2 hours. What is he doing?
I have no idea what he's thinking, but probably not much. They don't understand the concept of food. They will try and eat anything, even if that means the $5,000 camera.
What is going on? This is crazy.
Some of them have figured out how to drink, but Peanut...
Oh, no. What are you doing? What? Get out of...
Do you think, how does he know that one's Peanut? Because they all look the same to me. Do they look different to y'all? Like, maybe, yeah, one is being progressively more and more stupid. It's the dumb bird. Yeah, but how do you know it's not a different bird? I feel like you have to, like, ankle tag him.
Get out of there! Are you kidding me? This is your own fault. Hello?
The blow dryer managed to trip the breaker, but even with all their problems, they have never failed to amaze me.
Nah, that would be so chill. Movie night with the ostriches. Oh, stop. They're all fucking cuddled up sleeping.
They're the most affectionate animals I've ever owned. Especially Peanut. Within 2 weeks, the ducks had grown too big to live inside. So we constructed a massive fence so they could finally learn how to hunt.
Ducks can fly, right? When do ducks learn how to fly?
In the wild, bugs make up a large part of their diet. So how about a wasp nest?
Yo, he should do a video where he raises platypuses. That would be fucking sick. Just like really weird animals.
Wasps themselves are too dangerous, but their larvae make a far better meal. This is a healthy snack, but the sun is the real threat. They overheat rather quickly, and panting is a sign of stress.
Come on, guys. Come on, guys.
So I made them a water park. And as it turns out, I wasn't invited to the after party. But in the ostrich pen...
Wet socks is probably the worst vibe ever. Having sopping wet shoes. Ugh.
But in the ostrich pen, something is wrong.
Oh my god, did it die?
Has it decided to strike? But it is just too much for his little body. The vets did everything they could.
Oh my god, did they have to put him down?
But he didn't make it through the night. I'm so sorry.
Sad. And you know he probably got the most attached to the ostriches too. Because there's like so many fucking quails.
Just want to go to bed.
They're all convinced I'm their mother.
Oh, not my ear, please. I love you guys, but this is just too much.
They can't go more than an hour without me.
Look at them all.
In contrast, the quail grew more independent with age.
No.
Unfortunately, they had all learned how to fly.
No.
Now, they are fully feathered and fully grown.
What does he do? Release them into the fucking wild? At that point, it's like, bro, you have too many birds. They're just flying around your fucking house.
Oh my.
The ducks, however,
covered in piss. Why is that water yellow?
Grown.
Oh.
Water's fucking straight yellow.
Oh my.
The ducks, however, have grown way too big for the bath.
Oh my god.
This is the moment I realized they don't belong in my home.
All right, the hair's kind of growing on me. Yo, he's got sick ass. He's got like a flow state going on right here. You see this shit? Oh my god, wait, no, this one actually has so much more aura than the others.
They don't belong in my home.
Nah, bro, that's like a sick ass tuft of hair now. Oh my god, bro, he literally has a fucking afro.
The bath quickly became a swamp.
They're biting my feet. They're trying to eat my feet.
Or not an afro, not a mohawk.
We need to find a better solution.
I mean, what could we use that's bigger than this?
Fortunately, I had the perfect thing. So, not to brag, but this is probably the coolest
He just shit in the pool.
thing I've ever done.
Nah, watching them swim underwater is fucking so cool.
But that's when it hit me. They weren't babies anymore. None of them were. They don't belong here.
Freaking disaster.
I can't do this anymore.
Oh my god, does he have to like let them go?
They barely sleep. I haven't shaved and the house smells awful. But there is a place that's willing to take them. The only catch, they're over 20 hours away.
Oh my god, road tripping with fucking so many ducks in your car.
Time for a road
10 hours in.
trip.
I'm taking them to one of the greatest animal rescues in the country, run by someone I'm proud to call my friend.
Welcome to the Urban Rescue Ranch.
Bro, what? I feel like I've watched him with like Forrest Galante.
What's up, Ben?
This place is a sanctuary to many.
Oh my god, he owns kangaroos.
This place is a sanctuary to many forms of life. From an actual bobcat.
Oh my god.
To the nicest foxes you've ever seen.
Oh, it's so nice
I love the noises they make.
to meet you.
Have you ever heard a fox like cry really happily? Right.
How are you feeling? You enjoying the summer weather? Amongst all my weeds?
Oh my God. You know foxes are self-domesticating themselves. Like, in a few generations, like our generations, not fox generations, they're basically just going to be like, not dogs or cats, but they're going to be much more friendly to people than they've ever been.
And the ducks, well, they got an entire pond to themselves.
Oh, welcome home, guys.
Oh my God, but actually having to leave them is kind of really sad because he effectively was their mom.
And the ostriches will get to roam free on over 3 acres of land. And in only a few years' time, they will look like this. Soon, they will have babies of their own and the cycle will continue all over again.
Wow. Love that video. Loved it. Loved it. Amazing. Build savings accounts. It doesn't even have to be like investments, not financial advice.
Much money as you can, but you don't.
It's a legal thing. Gotta say it.
Want to get down the road and get audited or go to jail. Honestly, if you can't afford it, you should just pay someone to do your taxes. They can sometimes find ways to.
Yeah. I don't know how to do my taxes. I understand taxes because the tax guy explains it to me, my accountant. But I don't know how it works. Like, if I had to pay my taxes myself, I'd be fucked. I pay a guy, and I sit down with him at the end of the year, and he goes, okay. And he shows me a bunch of stuff. It's not hard. Zod, I think Zod, my taxes are impossible. Because I'm receiving 35 1099 forms from different companies that I've worked with. So I have to... Yes, if you work a 9 to 5 and you're getting income from one company and you're filling out a W-4 form, it's something that's easy, right? And they're honestly holding a lot of taxes for Social Security and other stuff for you. But when you work a W-9, which is independent contracting form, which is every influencer ever, you don't get money taken out for taxes, so you owe a lot more than you think you do. And you're getting a lot of tax forms from different companies that you don't really understand how to balance that and what you're able to write off, what you're not able to write off, what tax applications work for certain things. So it's like a whole pain in the ass.
Learn how to sew a button. Classic wedding
I think I'm gonna stick to duct tape if I'm ever in a situation like that.
day. Hero moment. The groom commits too hard to the bit and just Supermans outside of his white shirt. Good thing you're there. Your little brother technically got the job title, but we all know who the best man is today. Number 12, learn how to iron a shirt. Whenever I iron my shirts, I imagine that I'm some sort of assassin, getting my suit ready before doing a hit.
I've never ironed a shirt. If I ever need something to not be wrinkled, I'll throw it in the dryer for like 15 minutes. Or 10 minutes.
Linen shirts, by the way, are supposed to be a little wrinkly. Number 13.
Yeah, but I should still know how to iron.
How to restart a water heater. Number 14.
My mom tried to teach me how to iron one time, and I turned on the iron, and she was like, all right, let me show you. And she thought it was off and just grabbed the front part of the iron. I felt so bad. And she had, like, no reaction. She was like... And I was like, dude... and I, like, panicked. She was like, it's fine. She just moved on. But it was like, it burned the shit out of her.
How to ride a motorcycle. I actually don't know how to do this, but I've been thinking a lot about the apocalypse for no reason. And I keep thinking, man, I should really learn how to ride a motorcycle so I can get the out of here if it comes down to it.
I don't know how to ride a street bike, but I know how to ride dirt bikes. I would feel like they would be the same.
14B.
Or at least similar.
Learn how to stop paying for stuff you don't know what it is. Sponsored by Mint Mobile. My phone.
Learn how to pay for stuff you don't know what it is. All right, well, that's an ad, so I'm going to skip it. But what the fuck does that mean?
Learn how to cook.
Learn how to cook.
A good steak and grill.
Learn how to use a grill. Learn how to grill well.
Grill a good burger. You want to be able to do it on a skillet, a gas grill.
No. That's not the skill. The skill is to learn how to cook a good steak or burger without cutting into it to see how well it is done. To be able to press your thumb on a burger or just look at it and know, or a burger or a steak, and just know if it's done or not is like a skill.
Or a charcoal grill. Look it up, practice, nail it, and then
get a thermometer. That's cringe.
And
you got to eyeball that shit. You just press on the steak. That's what I do. Filet. And if you need to cut into one, chat, cut into yours. That's how you seem cooler. If you're ever cooking people food, you're making steaks, you got to check a steak, cut into your steak. Don't cut into another person's steak.
Number 16, how to dice an onion. One end off, half, peel, cut long ways, cut flat ways, and chop. Alternate method, cut into bite-sized pieces, put in mouth, chew up for 30 seconds, spit.
Yo, him being able to chew an onion for 30 seconds and not gag
out on top of other food. I call that the crazy way. Number 17, how to cook rice. I rinse my rice to get rid of starch. I don't want to hear it. 1 part rice, 2 parts water, bring to boil, lower heat.
He said he doesn't rinse?
I rinse my rice to get rid of starch. I don't want to hear it. 1 part rice, 2 parts water, bring to boil, lower heat, cover, 15 minutes.
Dude, the problem with me is I never know how much water to use. And I eyeball it. And I always use way too much water. Way too much water. And then it's just sopping wet.
Turn heat off. Let it sit for another 5. Fluff it.
Oh my God, you guys, dude.
Measuring stuff isn't for dorks. But not having to measure stuff is definitely cool. 13.5 grams of sea salt.
I think a big thing for cooking, though, is the eyeball. Baking is different. It's very exact. It's a science. But I think cooking, I don't want to sound cringe. It's more of an art. When you're cooking, you could just test shit. Like, you just put it in there, taste it. It needs more of this. Eyeball.
Number 18, how to read a map. Number 19, how to find north with...
Yeah, how to read a map is fucking cooked. How to read a map, it's fucking over. No. I don't know road names. Dude, if you handed me a map, you're like, we got to get point A to point B, I'd be able to figure it out. I'd be tweaking, bro. I never read road signs. I never look at that shit. I just wait for Siri to tell me where I need to go.
Out a compass. Number 20, how to start and tend a good campfire. I like to imagine I'm building a little tiny house, and then I shove it full of stuff and burn it down.
We're at like a men's retreat.
See, the fire, gentlemen, is right here, but it's also been inside of all of you all along.
We've also decided that everyone should learn one solid party trick, one song.
Damn. Yo, that's actually true. Being able to know, like, one really cool niche thing. My party trick, well, it wasn't even really a party trick. I used to know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, and I can juggle. That would be my 2. But I don't even think that's very cool.
On any instrument, start to finish.
Cap? Yeah, now you're trying to get me to juggle some shit. I knew somebody was going to say that. I hope I don't break one of these. Fuck, I hit the mic. Hold on. Stop. Dude, it's because it's... It's because it's... Bro, it's because it's random objects. If they were balls, it'd be easier. Fuck. It's...
And one actually good long joke. You want to hear my pizza joke?
One good long joke. I don't know a good long joke.
Nah, it's too cheesy. You see, that was the opposite. That was neither long nor good. 24. Discovering that Zach knew how to tie sick knots was one of the most inspiring moments of my life and inspired this video. So I said, Zach, my brother, give me the first 5 most useful knots that everyone should know, and I'm going to learn them.
All right, 5 knots. Knot number 1, the bow line. Bunny comes out of the tree, around the tree, back down the hole.
This is good.
Yo, are you fucking kidding me? I don't know how to knot anything, dude. I know how to tie my shoes. If I had to make a knot, I would just loop it and tie it. Wait, I'll do it with tooth floss. Like, if I was tying a knot, I'm going to go like that. Like, say I have to tie this. I would just go like this, pin it through, tighten. I would probably do it again, and then I'd probably do it, like, through one of the other knots that I kind of, like, loosely knotted. That's just a regular knot. Might as well use the tooth floss.
If you find a mare on an island and you want to make some stirrups.
Next is the butterfly loop. If you have a damaged piece of rope, you can still use the rope if you put the damaged part in a butterfly loop. So now this rope...
That's a sick-ass knot.
...is just as strong as it was, but if you had a little cut piece of rope, it would no longer be in the way. Okay, to join two pieces of rope, you might think to use a square knot, which I do sometimes. It's not a big deal. But technically a sheet bend is better in case you have different sized rope.
See, I'm not learning it that fast, though.
Yeah, this won't slip where a square knot could.
I feel like this is something you have to do yourself. You can't just watch it.
If they're really different sized ropes. Taut line hitch. This is good to have an adjustable loop at the end of your rope. So now if it's under tension, it won't move.
Yeah.
But then if you slide...
Oh my god, you could slide it around. Yo, this is some expert-ass shit. This is a fucking... This isn't even a party trick. This is the guy you want to go camping with. Hang up the fucking hammocks, man. Oh my god. A fucking tightening and loosening knot.
For if you find a mare on an island and you need to make like a lead.
Trucker's hitch. Somebody in our camping video said, hey, nice trucker's hitch, and that meant a lot. Really good for, like, if you were putting something on a truck.
Pennies in between my
What is she saying?
4 fingers, you son of a...
She's saying in the last 7 months she went to jail 3 times. I genuinely believe that all 3 of those times were because she called a complaint on somebody and then just violently crashed out for hours on end to the point where it was like, hey, you're disturbing the peace.
And I got 2 veteran sons, you piece of shit. And these 2 veteran sons, you piece of shit. And they...
What do you think she said that? No, don't type. No. You will get banned. 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 Don't be a stupid fucking chatter, please.
These rocks has to play with 2 big guns that salute me in the eye and I flip off in the air, You can't in my teeth in a slide dumpster of mud, you piece of shit. And your metal jail cell is more comfortable than a goddamn naked sleeping little painted.
Dude, there has not been a breath where she hasn't talked. Like, she had, for the entirety of these 10 minutes, even when she wasn't on camera, she was screaming. Like, she has not stopped speaking for a half hour.
X-Bot, little painted concrete pad, and the goddamn landing of Columbus, where they put their airplane for your whole goddamn state. For your whole...
Is she relating what happened to her to Columbus discovering / overthrowing the people in the United States? Like, is she relating the, I guess, forced removal of Native Americans to what's happening to her right now?
Motherfucking state of Ohio.
Like, I'm trying to, like, dude, I feel like I'm solving a riddle, like, listening to her. Like, she goes one idea to the next in the same sentence.
On a circle piece of paper and a pencil. So if you ain't a piece of pencil paper that says Ohio with an O in a circle, you can suck my balls, orgies, orifice, mouth, teeth, and eyeballs and put it through my eye. And ask me the surface of my black to white to the veins of my eyeballs. Cause you are a piece of shit! There's no phone to call for fire. There's no phone call to call for police. Or please help me in English with PLZ. Or no, or yes. No, don't open my mail. And yes, arrest me. And take me straight to a goddamn airplane. And get me the f*** away from an American. Take me to Columbus Air.
Okay, can I say this is actually impressive that she's able to ramble this continuously? Like, I don't know if I could... Because she's saying a lot of different things. Like, I don't know if I could consistently speak just words that long. Like, it's not like she's just repeating the same word. She'll sometimes repeat the same sentence or idea, but it's like, dude, she's just, it's not even thought to words. It's just simultaneously anything she's thinking, she's just saying.
Away from a goddamn American.
She's gerrymandering.
Get me the f away from America. You son of a white honky tonk. Juicy A to B, 1 to Z. Can't get a lawyer with a goddamn dollar quarter with a head on it. With 2 pieces of metal in between your finger. Bottle caps up. Print a coin and you can't hit a gumball machine in a candy shop to earn a lollipop in your mouth to suck at you.
No, nah. This is like, dude, I don't even know what she's saying, but I'm like, damn, she's actually kind of spitting right now. I thought she was gonna start rhyming when she was saying A to Z.
Lollipop in your 2-year-old's mouth, you fucking. And then pick another room to take and slip and slide blood out your wife's teeth, and then blood or eyeballs, and that's gonna look at you again funny. You piece of sucking. Now, have you been offended as an American? Me too! I don't want to be here! Take me.
What do you think the cop's thinking in his head while he's driving? I'm wondering if he's like annoyed or smiling. Because it could be either. Like the fact that he hasn't responded to her and he's just let her ramble nonstop for effectively 6 minutes straight.
Africa, you sucking monkey. You racist honky. Get me the f out of here, you sucking piece of shit. Come on, manhandle me like you did last time in a wheelchair. Manhandle me and throw me all over there. You don't know the dog, a cat, or a piece of fish to go fishing. Nothing but metal to scream. And water until it goes to air. And no water.
Alright.
Are you gonna get me to Africa?
Bro, this woman has no idea what's going on. Bro, they open the door. Are you all right? Are you going to take me to Africa? That's the first thing this person is experiencing. Oh, my God.
Cruisers can send you up.
Getting thrown into an hour and a half out of a 3-hour movie.
You able to get out?
Just in the midst of it.
I got arrested for filing charges on how it opening my goddamn mouth.
Alright, well, we'll get on. Come on.
You need to unlock the back and put him in the front. I'm a handicap in a wheelchair.
Are you able to walk?
No.
We're gonna get you out here around the nurse, check you out, okay?
You guys have abused
Oh, my God, they're going to get her a wheelchair?
me so much I'm going to Africa.
We're not gonna abuse you. We're gonna get you out here so we can have the nurse check you out, okay? I just need you to calm down. I know you're stressed out.
No shit, I'm upset.
I know you are.
You know what I went through to get a government phone?
But I just need
17 signatures of government assistance.
What's your first name?
And someone opened the goddamn cell.
What's your first name?
Government knows everything you do. On every number you do. And she
All right, no, it is actually kind of seeming more like a paranoia or schizophrenic episode or something. Like she feels like everybody's after her in some way. No, I wouldn't say meth. Yeah, it's like a level of like psychosis or like extreme paranoia. Like that's nothing. The rambling she was doing, I feel like she knew didn't make sense. But, like, the other stuff with the package, she, like, genuinely believes that, like, these people are out to get her.
Oh.
Here, slide towards me.
God damn it.
Our hands are bracing your back,
You're
okay?
good, I got you.
You're able to shimmy over.
You know what I did last time you were in a wheelchair?
All right,
Yeah, the wheelchair's out here, okay?
we're gonna shimmy over, all right? All right, scoot yourself over, okay?
Stand on right.
Here, yes.
I have prints on that.
All right, lean back, okay?
The woman was arrested and charged with disorderly conduct. If she is convicted, what do you think the punishment should be?
Bro, to fucking get help. I don't think she should get jail time for that. She didn't hurt anyone. She's just being a nuisance. Like, she needs genuine help, man. Like, I don't know. She might not have schizophrenia or she might not be in a psychosis state or something. But like, regardless, bro, yeah. She isn't entitled. She's nuts. Yeah. I don't think she's entitled. I think she would be entitled if this was like in some rich Hollywood fucking neighborhood and she was acting this way. Like, she seems like a very average individual that is now just losing it. Can we pause so I can pee? Isn't that the point of jail? Jail does not fix you in any way. Like, there's multiple arguments to be made that jail and prison, if anything, make you a repeat criminal more than actually helping you. Modern U.S. prisons and jail are less about, I guess, helping you in, getting back on your feet when you get out, and more about punishment. And I think there's an argument for both, but rehabilitation is, like, some countries focus prison and jail time heavily on rehabilitation, others on punishment. I think there needs to be a middle ground, but to, like, in instances where people are going through episodes like this, if you just threw her in prison or jail, that's not fixing anything. Like, they're not, like, yes, there might be, like, instances where she could get help in certain ways, but a lot of the time that doesn't happen, and then people leave less prepared for society than when they came in. Especially if they're younger. She's different because she looks like she's, like, 40, but when you're like 17 to 25 and you get arrested, and then you go to jail and you come out, now you're, like, ill prepared for society because you didn't know how to do anything when you went in, and now you're older and you're supposed to know how to do all these this, and this, pay your taxes, do insurance, fucking get a job, do this. Some people do that and are able to do that, but you're still kind of leaning into society and leaning on, I guess, the pillars and support system you have until your mid-20s. Like, it's not uncommon for people to be living with their parents or having their parents help them, not necessarily financially, but just, like, with life tasks into their mid-20s. And so when people end up getting locked up in that time frame and then they don't get help and aren't prepared, then it makes them more likely to repeat crimes because they don't know what the fuck to do. The Last Honest Streamer. It's a video about queso.
And the internet loves the spectacle. The bigger it is, the louder it is, the more expensive it looks, the better it performs. Look at the top of Twitch right now. It's flooded with million-dollar mansions, celebrity subathons, streamers buying their 10th dream car. Everything seems to be built around the question, how...
I don't know. I'm going to have the take that I think the streaming world is pivoting back to desktop. And I think Jinxie and Queso are paving that. I think that there was this, like, year-long span of, like, IRL, big event, blah, blah, blah. And you? Well, no. I'm, like, way behind them on the streaming sense. On YouTube, I'm bigger than Jinxie, not Queso. But, no, like, Queso and Jinxie are, like, the desktop guys, Part of becoming an adult is going to the doctor and checking on your health. But making an appointment and even finding a doctor can be a pain, and that is where ZocDoc, the sponsor of today's video, comes into play. ZocDoc makes it easy to find local doctors that fit your needs and insurance. Just input location, type of doctor needed, and when you want an appointment, and ZocDoc will show you nearby doctors that you can schedule right away with the click of a button. I have alpha-gal, or the red meat disease, and before I knew I had it, I just started having symptoms of it. I was breaking out in hives constantly, and I had no idea what was wrong with me. I had never been to an allergist in my entire life, and I had no idea where any of them were or how to even get in contact with one. And when I went on ZocDoc and I searched up allergists, they showed me all the ones in my local area and helped me get an allergist that I needed. Being young does not equate to not needing appointments. Keeping your health in check matters, and ZocDoc is there to help you be proactive for your health. They have more than 150,000 providers with over 200 specialties in all 50 states. They also have real patient reviews and doctor profiles to help you find who you want. If you have a problem, get it checked out. And if you're young, get checkups. Even if you feel fine, it's great to stay proactive and have a baseline so you know when something's going wrong and when you need to change something alongside your medical practitioners, which you're able to find with ZocDoc. I know it seems small, but clicking the link in the description is the first step in prioritizing your health. Go to ZocDoc.com/Bartolozzi to get started and check that appointment off your to-do list. Thank you to ZocDoc again for partnering with us and for helping us take better care of our health.
How much money can we burn on camera? And then there's this guy. Queso is in
a 720p webcam in a dark room wearing a hoodie. Playing Fall Guys still 50k viewers. Playing Fall Guys in 2026 and still pulling 50k views. Bro, that game is dead. That game is dead, and it's still so entertaining to watch him play it. That's like the weirdest. I think about that constantly. I'm like, Queso still plays Fall Guys. Like, that is, dude, he plays Fall Guys, and he has fucking 100x viewers versus Fall Guys player base. Like, I think he is single-handedly keeping that game, like, afloat. Like, monetarily. Like, I think if Queso didn't play Fall Guys, that game would just be dead. Like, no one would play that, and nobody plays it. Right? How many active players are on Fall Guys? This only might show Steam stats. Right now, there's 640 people on Steam on Fall Guys. That's excluding console players, but it does say on average, Fall Guys averages 1,000 players. That's bad. What's like a normal game? Like not Subnautica 2 or something that just dropped. What's like a game that's not popping but isn't dead? Don't say Fortnite. Fortnite's fucking still huge, even though it is dying. What's like, like Overwatch, or, like Marvel Rivals. Marvel Rivals is like a forever game. It's not like popping, but it's still huge. Yeah, they have 114,000 people on Marvel Rivals right now. 114K. Wow, they've actually been like doing pretty well. What's Overwatch at? I'm just curious. Overwatch is 64K on Steam, but they also have other launchers.
It's interesting, because on paper, he's doing almost everything wrong. His production quality is kind of garbage.
Queso, where'd he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Yeah, it wasn't even zoomed in or cropped.
His setup isn't designed to be some massive content machine. Half the time he's live, he's playing some random game most people have never even heard of.
Your costume's so... It's the slot machine, bro. It's the meta. Playing indie horror games is infinite content. There are, dude, I actually could play 5 hours of horror games every day for the next 6 years. There are like 100 new horror games a month.
Fucks, kid.
I mean,
and they're so fun though. It's just straight slop. It's like, dude, it's feel-good content. Why don't you? I do. I play horror games every week. Not as much as Queso, but I play horror games a lot.
Your entire job is getting people to watch you. You don't turn down a Mr. Beast video. But Queso...
No, you don't. I played The Family Trip the other day, which is a game where you go camping with like a divorced family and then everybody just dies. Like there's no plot. There's no plot. It's just funny though because the characters are so stupid. It's like, dude, oh my god, I was so high in that too.
So did.
Queso did not respond to my message.
And somehow...
Bro, Queso don't be collabing. Queso don't be... fucking traveling. Queso don't do really many sponsors. Queso actually could be... Queso's already still top 5 biggest Twitch streamers. Queso could be the biggest creator on YouTube gaming and Twitch-wise. Not even close if he just streamed with people. Like, collabs is like a cheat code for views. Like, if you fucking stream with another guy that's bigger, all you gotta do is just stream with people that's why you see all these top guys just stream with each other. Like, you see all the core guys stream with each other because it just fucking fills their view counts. Like, if Queso and Jinxie stream together every day, Queso would average 100K.
Despite doing the opposite of what the internet tells creators they're supposed to do, he's still one of the biggest streamers on the planet. How does that happen?
Oh my god, he has the perfect audience, too.
The honest answer is that none of this should have worked, because Queso's had the odds stacked against him since day one. Case Baker grew up in rural Arkansas. His hometown has a population just over 1,500.
Holy shit. Queso's from Arkansas? I knew he's from the South. I didn't know what state.
Hometown has a population just over 1,500. It's the kind of place where a new Walmart makes the front page, and where the church...
Oh my god, that's big news. That's big news in that city.
Churches outnumber the stoplights. Towns like that don't have a lot going on. So, as a quiet kid, Case did what quiet kids in quiet towns have always done. He disappeared into a screen. In this case, a PlayStation. Call of Duty on repeat.
Disappeared? Bro, I just feel like if you're a kid in Arkansas in, like, the early 2000s, because Case was, like, what, 26, 28? I feel like, bro, you just playing old Call of Duties and riding dirt bikes.
And when YouTube started blowing up in the
going fishing
early 2010s, he was right there watching Nate Shot. And
Queso was not 19. Are you guys on crack? Queso was born in the 90s, chat. Queso's way older than 19. Are you? That's an inside joke. Oh, does he say he's 19?
Optic Guys built something that didn't exist.
Does he say he's 19?
A decade earlier. He watched gaming turn from a thing you did after school into an actual career.
Well, how does this sound? Making a living and even a small fortune just playing video games.
The biggest names were clearing their parents' annual salaries in a single weekend. And after watching that, it became Case's dream job. The problem was, he knew the odds, especially in his situation. His Wi-Fi was barely good enough to even watch YouTube. Uploading to it or streaming on Twitch, forget it. So he buried it. He graduated high school, bounced between jobs, often working 2 at a time just to keep the lights on. For 6 years. 6 years of clocking in somewhere he didn't want to be. 6 years of watching other guys his age blow up online doing the exact same thing he'd given up on.
But more boring. But more boring. Dude, I think like 2019, this is just like, it's obviously subjective take, but I think the streamers that exist now are objectively more entertaining than the streamers from like 2018 to 2022. Bro, most of Twitch in like the Fortnite days was just people that were good at video games and had no personality. Like, there were guys that weren't that, but like pre-COVID, most of Twitch was just pro gamers. Like, that's it.
By the end of it, Case was broke. Burnout.
Like Ninja and Myth, Daquan, they were like the first personalities. Tfue, like they were the first guys that had more to say than he's cracked. Ludwig, bro, Ludwig blew up in like COVID. Ludwig was big in like 2020. Like, I'm saying pre that. I'm saying like 2017 streamers. Like Pokimane and like the 5 other people. Those are like the only people that are like memorable. Oh, Tyler won. Oh, never mind. My point is completely removed. Tyler 1 was the pinnacle of streaming. Oh my God, that guy was so entertaining. He still is so entertaining. Dude, oh my God. Tyler 1 days when he was banned from League, Delore. Never mind, I'm wrong. There are gems. There are gems, but they're far and few. That's Queso?
He was 1 bad week away from walking into a recruiter's office.
That's AI.
And signing up for the military. Then his mom stepped in, and she asked him the question that changed everything. Why not take a real shot?
Wow, Queso was going to join the military.
The whole streaming thing. What's the worst that happens? Now, streaming is one of the most competitive.
That is him. It's just an older photo.
Jobs on the planet. And if
dude, I'm gonna have the take that I think Queso could just no warm up bench 315. Like he just has that fucking barrel build. That's just like he could just go he could just sit down on a bench, hit 315, get up and walk away.
If you're like Case, trying to pursue it full time, you need to understand.
It's not hard when you weigh 400 pounds. Queso does not weigh 400 pounds.
There's levels to this.
How tall is Queso? Bro, he probably was like 280. 300. If he's like 6'2", if he's like 6'2", he probably was like 300 pounds. Bro, weighing 400 pounds? I don't think you've ever seen somebody in real life that weighs 400 pounds if you think Queso weighs 400 pounds.
Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct...
Sorry, what levels did he just say?
Levels to this. Level 1, you can quit your job. Level 2, you're living large. And at level 3, you're the top 1% of the top 1%. Now, there's no direct translation from Twitch viewers to money. So for the sake of the example, we're going to say you reach level 1 at around 100 viewers. Once you're there, you can take the leap to streaming full time, which getting there sounds totally reasonable.
That's a very fair assumption. I would agree with that. I think it really is an average. Because Twitch viewers is so fluctuative on income off subs, how many cyclical chatters you have, how many hours you're streaming, and how many ads you're running, that like to be able to stream full time, I would say you have to average between 60 and 150. It varies depending on audience. Like you could be a 60 viewer streamer and be full time, but like the average full time streamer that wants to make like 35K annually, you probably need like 120 viewers, and you probably need to stream like 50 hours a week.
It's not.
Which is more than a 9 to 5, but you're also sitting at a desktop.
How convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it to
Wait. What did he just say?
How convincing 100 people to watch you live is brutal. In the past year, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch and broadcast...
Paying for a percentage of what it is. I'm not a genius on real estate, though, so... It's just like greed, though, of like real estate owners.
If it's an algorithm determining the prices and the landlords or companies aren't actually discussing anything...
Imagine a world where people aren't slaves to money. The problem is money's kind of needed. You could have different economies that run and have rules for how money is shared and how much things cost. but you kind of need money in a society for it to function. If you don't have money, then you need something that is an attributed asset or something that is valuable and can be given a price-to-price ratio. It used to be the gold standard, right? So, like, everything used to be based around gold. Now it's based around the U.S. dollar or whatever currency that your country has. But you need some sort of centralized thing that is different from just trade items. You need something that just has value. Otherwise, you can't trade for certain items. Because, like, the older days, it was like, hey, I have a bunch of wheat. Well, I don't need fucking wheat. So you then trade wheat for gold, and then you use gold to buy something else.
Is it collusion? This has been a hot topic as AI and algorithms have completely outpaced our current laws, but the DOJ in several states did sue RealPage over anti-competitive practices, and there's currently a proposed settlement between the DOJ and RealPage that would force them to stop offering software that recommends how much to charge tenants, which is a win, but there also has been similar cases related to hotels and casino pricing that have been dismissed in court due to lack of evidence. Which leaves us in this weird twilight zone, and is part of the reason this video was so hard to make. As AI continues to advance and we continue to integrate the digital world with the physical world, how far is this all going to go? This is an electronic shelf label. You've probably noticed them at stores like Best Buy or Target, and in theory, it makes it easier for stores to reprice items or change shelf layouts. But they can also be changed remotely at any time, which means it won't just be Instacart changing the pricing in the app while you're shopping, but they could update it in real time depending on who's looking at it. Kroger recently partnered with Cooler Screens, who makes those digital freezer doors we're starting to see that often have an ad on them. But the scary part is that they also have a
That's even worse, bro. The fucking freezer doors that just have ads and other shit on them that tell you like what's in there, but it's also popping up other shit that it thinks you might want because it sees that you're standing in front of it, so it profiles you and then markets to you what they think you would most want.
Facial detection feature in them, allowing them to change the ad on the screen depending on the age and gender of the person standing in front of it. Kroger does deny that they're using the facial recognition technology, but we can all imagine what's possible if they decide to turn it on.
Pretend you were to walk into a store tomorrow. As soon as you walk through the door, your phone pings so the algorithm knows you're in the building and immediately has all of your shopping preferences saved. As you're walking through the produce aisle, the algorithm knows you've been watching TikToks about banana bread, so the price tag on the bananas instantly increases from $1.59 to $1.99. As you continue walking through the store, you reach the freezer aisle.
Bananas still aren't even that expensive, bro. Bananas are about the cheapest fucking thing you could buy at a grocery store, dude. Bananas are like 50 cents a pound. They're worth nothing. Bananas are fucking dog shit. Like, it's because there's so many of them and they're so easy to preserve that they could just fucking sell them for almost nothing.
Or recognizes that you're with your 15-year-old nephew, and because the algorithm also knows you've been watching Netflix on your phones, an ad pops up for the new Stranger Things Eggo Waffles collab. Not only that, but the camera also sees your 8-year-old niece who always asks your Amazon Alexa to play the songs from Frozen. So it shows a buy one, get one half off of the waffles and a Frozen inspired ice cream flavor.
Oh my God, the Stranger Things Eggo Waffles?
And a Frozen inspired.
Like, why is that a product? Fucking throw that in the garbage. Frozen 2 Magical Mint Snowflake. That makes more sense.
Neither of which were things we were planning on getting when I walked in the door, but now they're in my cart and I'm spending more than I originally intended. This is just a small example of what's possible with this technology, and it's only getting smarter and better at predicting the maximum amount we are all willing to pay.
If we continue down this path, there won't be a market price anymore, and competition will basically just disappear. We would reach a state of what economists call perfect price discrimination, meaning every person will see a price that is 1 cent below the maximum amount we would pay for an item. Some people would pay $4.99 for an apple, while others would pay $1.99. And all of this is almost unavoidable. Some economists say that surveillance pricing creates a more efficient.
Unless I start acting like I like certain products and hate others. I start tweeting out that I despise Honeycrisp apples and I think that they taste like fucking shit, right? Then I go to the grocery store, I sneak a Honeycrisp apple into the cart.
efficient market because the price reflects real-time supply and demand on a per-person basis, but it also eliminates the free market. If all the stores use
Honey Crisps are the best. Oh, I agree. They're the best Apple. I'm saying I would lie and say that I hate the things that I like.
Same algorithm, you'll never be able to shop around for a lower price or find any real deals. It'll all just be a facade. There have been some proposed regulations that would require online and in-person stores to label things more clearly and say that they were price band algorithm, but all those pricing decisions we talked about are meant to be hidden from us. So how would we know if we're actually getting taken advantage of, and would we be able to enforce these new regulations? Thankfully, groups like Consumer Reports are conducting studies and investigations to dig into this, but to a certain extent, we have no idea what's actually happening. And I don't know what the perfect solution is. Do we put a stop to surveillance pricing completely? If so, how would that be enforced? Do we set limits on price increases? Or do we force every company to create their own internal pricing algorithm? I'm not really sure, but I'd be curious to hear your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching.
I don't know. I think just starting with the digital pricing system, I think if they want to have that to reduce the need to physically change every price tag, that's fine. But there has to be some legal rule that they're only allowed to change prices once a day, you know, like at the start of the day. Like once that is set, they're not allowed to change it at noon during rush hour when they know more people are going to be in and they're in a hurry and they're just going to pay more for the product. Like stuff like that. Outside of that, like the collusion of companies working together to determine prices, just fucking remove the capability for them to share information with each other. When chefs actually got caught cheating in Hell's Kitchen. How do you get caught cheating in Hell's Kitchen? Coming with pre-cooked food?
From rigging doors in hopes of avoiding a punishment to sabotage.
Gordon, please. I didn't mean to burn the souffle. Don't hurt me.
An opponent's dish during a finale. These were times when Hell's Kitchen chefs got caught cheating. Beginning with Ben from season 5, who tried hiding an ingredient from the other chefs during episode 12's individual challenge. All
right, that's not a very good hiding tactic. I mean, that I feel like hiding it would be like putting it away in a drawer. Just put a fucking hand towel over the fucking bottle.
Episode 12's individual challenge. By only using their taste buds, each chef competed to see who would come closest to recreating Gordon's fish stew. And although it was implied that everyone had equal access to the ingredients, Ben decided to bend the rules. As everyone else grabbed whatever liquor they thought would recreate the stew, Ben did this instead.
Right when I tasted Chef Ramsay's dish, the first thing I tasted was Pernod.
Not that he's willing to share this information with anyone else.
However, Gordon...
I wouldn't say that's cheating. I feel like if you're in a competition where everybody gets the same ingredients and you have to taste something and use it, I think it'd be cheating to be like, I'm not going to give it to you. But I don't think it's cheating to be like, I'm just going to hide this shit. You should have been quicker, you know?
And saw right through his scheme and called him out.
Ben, your alcohol is community property, yes?
Yes, I just was...
Yeah, I don't care, you shellfish bastard.
No.
Yeah.
Even his opponent was left with a...
See, but Gordon's probably not going to dock him for it. He's just like, you're being it is a bitch play. I think we could agree on that. Like, hiding the ingredients from your opponents is lame as hell. Is it cheating? No. Is it... Because they would have to actively say it. It's lame as fuck. It's really cringy. Like, I would hate that guy if I was a competitor. But I'm not going to be like, no, he cheated.
Sour taste in her mouth.
I was shocked by that. I could have played that catty game, but I decided that wasn't the noble route to go.
But despite going to such lengths to protect his secret ingredient, he still lost the challenge. Another chef who got karma rightfully served to them.
I feel like I was waiting. These are like realistic ways of cheating. I feel like I was kind of expecting somebody to be like, Jeffrey took Matt's souffle into the kitchen and ended up pooping in it. To make it taste worse, he ended up grabbing a bottle of fucking deer piss and dousing it in it.
For cheating was Tiffany from season 10, who thought that she could sneak burnt pizza past Gordon Ramsay.
It's burnt, look. Just cut that part off. Who gives a shit?
Unfortunately,
that looks like a DiGiorno pizza. Why are they making like frozen pizzas? Is that supposed to be like homemade?
Cut that part off. Who gives a shit?
Unfortunately, Tiffany's plan backfired when
one of my favorite scenes from Family Guy is when he's reenacting like a Tarantino film, and he walks up to his coworker and he's like, "Do you have lunch today?" And he's like, "Yeah, I brought pizza." He goes, "From home or from a place?" "From a place." Guy just shoots him in the chest 3 times and takes it. Because homemade pizza sucks. Well, it doesn't suck. It's just like, I'm not jealous of homemade pizza. But I'm going to be jealous if you have, like, pizza from a place.
Gordon and Chef Andy immediately noticed.
No, it doesn't? Yes, it does. What do you mean? I will say, I think, like, frozen pizzas are pretty solid. I enjoy them. But if you were like, yeah, I have homemade pizza from fucking Screamin' Sicilian, I'd go, oh, you know, okay. But if you're like, I have pizza that I just got from a New York shop, I'd be like, give me a slice.
Poor attempt at hiding her mistake.
Now we're sending burnt pizza, not crispy and delicious, fucking burnt. Burnt.
Honestly, I would eat that. I feel like I've been served pizza from restaurants that are this burnt. I like a bit of crisp. This is a little too burnt. I would rather it be brown. It's like pale. This one's probably going to have some flop on it, and then it's burnt on the outside, so it's just badly cooked, but I would still eat this.
Burnt.
I've burnt my pizza before really badly. Because, dude, the instructions on frozen goods are so bad. Have you guys ever made air fried chicken tenders? They'll tell you to put that shit in the air fryer for 350 for 6 minutes. That will be soggy and cold. That's not cooked. If it says 350 for 6 minutes, I'm putting it at 400 for 20. And it'll come out perfect. I'm like, dude, who the fuck is writing these instructions? Same thing with a pizza. So when you get a frozen pizza, it'll be like, put it at 420 in an oven for, say 10 minutes. I'm going to do double that. One time I was like, I want it really crispy. I'm going to put that bitch in for 25 minutes. Forgot about it. Came back. Char black. Hockey puck. Had to throw it out.
With bits of shit in there.
Similar to Tiffany, Season 11 Zach had a plan that would also flop. In Episode 4's Service Challenge, Zach pre-cooked all the salmon hoping to get ahead, but instead had to start over and faced Gordon's wrath for not understanding that fish was meant to be cooked to order. And despite Gordon's clear instruction,
yo, on God, though, I just meal prep tuna, and I always meal prep for like 4 to 6 days. And I meal prep tuna, and day 1 and 2, the tuna will be really good. By day 4, choking that bitch down. That shit's disgusting. That shit's fucking disgusting. I'm eating it just because it's food. At that point, it's so gross. No matter how good you make it. Dude, and I Googled that the other day. It says you're only supposed to leave tuna in a fridge for 1 to 3 days. I'm still going to eat that bitch. 4 days from now, I'm still going to eat that. I mean, what are the odds it has fucking foodborne illnesses in it?
To start fresh, Zach secretly snuck the old salmon.
Who meal preps tuna? Me. Because I'm tired of eating chicken and turkey every single fucking day of my goddamn life. Because I have alpha-gal and I can't eat mammals anymore. So pork and beef are out of the fucking question, pal. I've had enough shrimp and chicken and fucking salmon and tilapia to fucking make me explode. So I try new shit here and there.
Back on his pan, hoping that Gordon would not notice.
Chef told me that I can't use the fish that I had just cooked off, but the salmon looked perfect. So I figured all I gotta do is finish it off and send it out.
However, when Gordon found the tray of old salmon still laying around, he knew Zach was playing games and immediately called him out.
Where's this from?
That's the old stuff, Chef.
That's the old stuff?
Yes, Chef.
Have we been using that?
No, Chef.
Have we, Zach?
No, Chef. We're doing the thing straight to the order.
The truth?
Yes, Chef. That's why it's still there, Chef.
Although Zach kept doubling down on his lie, Gordon saw right through the bullshit and shut.
He saw right through the bullshit. 30 minutes later, there's like 6 salmon missing. Oh, where'd the other salmon go? Nowhere, Chef. There's always been 4 salmon on that plate. No, there fucking hasn't. There was 20 there 10 minutes ago. No, there's always been 4 salmon on that plate, Chef.
Him down.
Look at my phone shit. I threw in the hallway. What, candy?
Got it.
That's a government phone. And somebody.
Why does she keep saying that's the government's phone? Because the government's providing her a phone or something? Hold up.
Open my mouth
Couple
in a
of
hotel. They broke their cell on theft. Now I want Helen arrested too. We're both going handcuffs. Get Helen too. We're going together as twins. Get Helen. Let me pick up my trash.
No.
Get Helen.
No. Quit yelling at me.
Dude, she's like the worst neighbor ever. Like, what would be worse? Actually having a crackhead as like a neighbor. Even then, I honestly, like, they would probably bother you less. Like, she's a Karen. Like, she doesn't leave you alone. She's just, like, pestering you.
I've had enough.
No, Helen's going with me. She broke the seal. Give me the seal in my mouth. Give me the seal in my mouth and my license.
We're gonna leave it there.
No, you're not.
Did they just say put the cell phone? She said put the cell phone in her mouth?
You're locking my door. Give me my goddamn license and my purse.
Where's your keys?
You're giving me my license and my purse.
Wait.
You're locking the door, giving me my license and my purse, and you're taking Helen with me in cuffs. No!
Where's your keys at, Sonya? So we can lock
Give me my goddamn purse on my neck!
I'm so surprised that the cops are just, like, very monotone right now. Do you think they've interacted with this woman multiple times? Like, they just don't care that she's crashing out.
Can I deal my crack? And you're arresting Helen for breaking a cell. She broke the law!
You took the keys up on the fridge, or was that just them?
They're always on the hook every goddamn time! To the lefty banana! You never get back here! It's on the banana!
Oh, my God. See, no, this gives me anxiety. Like, just the amount of stuff that's just, like, laying around. Holy shit, dude. There's just boxes everywhere.
It's on the banana! Catch your dick at the banana!
There they are.
Put it on my hair!
Catch your dick at the banana? Huh?
At the banana!
There they are.
Put it on my hair!
I hope so.
Get the goddamn envelope that was opened illegally!
Back up.
Get the goddamn that did it! Right now! Right mother now with me!
Alright, your apartment's locked, okay?
Like, does she really think that if this went to court, a jury would go, yeah, let's convict the woman that opened an Amazon package, instantly saw it wasn't hers, and then returned it? Like, what? And like an old woman at that. Just like her aide gives her the package.
Get the goddamn...
They'd be like, yeah, no, you're definitely in the right here. You're definitely in the right here. We need to get rid of this woman right now. We can't have people opening others' packages. At all.
You did it!
Let's go.
On a government phone!
You keep saying a government phone, like that makes it a bigger deal.
Right here to kick me out of the haunted hotel. You see that goddamn...
You can walk.
She f***ing did it! And kicked in the goddamn nuts, you fucking love.
What counts as a threat to a police officer? Like saying you're gonna kill them or hurt them? Like, would that be a threat? Her being like, I'm gonna kick you in your fucking balls?
You f***ing witch on a switch. You wanna my mouth, you dumpster? Slip and slide in blood.
Did she just say you want to come in my mouth?
My mouth, you dumpster. Slip and slide in blood. On Freeport and Wi-Fi on the haunted hotel in Chile. Come on outside down your pole.
What is she saying? What is she saying? She said you want to come in my mouth inside blood on free Wi-Fi. Then maybe go to Chili's and get a... then maybe you go to Chili's, get a triple dipper together. Head back to Hotel Inn. Maybe have a nice night. Watch a movie or two. Maybe, you know, things get a little freaky. And then the next day, we end up having breakfast for free because it is comped breakfast at the hotel. And we maybe get cinnamon buns, share some scrambled eggs, and then go on a nice day walk. It is sunny out, so she's, like, planning out so many different things.
On 13 orbits of teeth. You f***ing sucker. Son of a mother. We got bear there. I'm climb it like a monkey.
Have a good night, guys.
I got $10 back. Got the goddamn keys put on my neck. Did you get my purse? Put it on my ID on my ass crack.
You don't need it.
I got shit to paint with.
Calm down.
It's jail, mother.
That's where you're going.
For Helen, too. Put Helen in jail. She experiences jail. And she experiences goddamn handcuffs.
You got her.
Handcuffs in goddamn jail.
What are you trying to do?
Put her in handcuffs.
I don't want to slip it.
And put her in jail. She rides and backs with me. You better run.
Okay, they're laughing. I was gonna say there's no way this entire video they never like smile. Like she's just screaming like nonsense obscenities at them, and they're just like, you need to relax. No, you need to calm down.
You put Helen in the other goddamn truck. You put Helen.
Start knocking out some of the report for me.
Well, get her ass in the car.
You put Helen in the other goddamn truck now. You're not picking me up and putting me in your piggy. I'm awful heavy. How much can you weigh? You want to unlock them so I can climb in? Okay, that's something center. Let's play pretend.
Get on that side over here, man. All right, come on.
Oh, she's refusing to get up now, and she said, I'm pretty heavy. Good luck.
I'm leg and a half in a wheelchair. I can't. I'm leg in a wheelchair.
Stand up.
My arms. I'm a wheelchair.
Okay, well, stand
I'm
up.
paraplegic. I can't.
Stand up.
I'm handicapped. I can't. I have a wheelchair handicap accessibility.
We know you can walk.
She just said, she's trying to say that her legs don't work and she needs a wheelchair. She just walked fucking multiple stories into an elevator, down the steps.
I legally can't.
Stand up.
You dropped me on the goddamn floor. I fell. I had hands to get up.
Paraplegic, she just walked casually out of the fucking room.
This is illegal racism. I'm a handicapped woman and I fell. You have to give me arms to see under the handicapped woman. Give me a wheelchair.
Oh, we're just throwing out every possible thing. I'm handicapped. This is ableist. You guys are racist. I'm having a seizure. You're not helping me.
Give me a wheelchair.
Or said racism. Dude, I feel like it's very often that people fake. Did you ever see that one TikTok of the woman faking a seizure? And the cop was like, I know you're faking it. And she kept, like, acting like she was seizing. So he gave her, like, a sternum rub, which is, like, a test to see if somebody that is, if they're seizing. Because if they are seizing, they don't react, but a sternum rub hurts. He instantly starts, like, elbowing her sternum. She's like, ah! And fucking, like, immediately reacts to it. She's like, okay. He just gives up. Dude, because it's like, why is that the go-to? We've seen so many videos where people fake seizures. Like, why is that the... What's the idea there? You know, I kind of understand her being like, you guys are being racist or trying to claim something that she could maybe have the grounds of. But it's like, how are you going to fake having a seizure? They're going to be able to prove that you never had one.
There you go. God damn it. Okay, wait a minute. Okay.
Thank you.
So.
Slide in there.
Well, don't cross my feet.
It's like the easiest to fake. I feel like you don't know what seizures are. Like, if you're around cops, EMTs, paramedics, and, like, trained professionals, from an outside perspective, yeah, seizure looks like somebody is just violently shaking. Like, their entire bodies are seizing. They're not responsive to anything, right? Like, it's not easy to fake.
Okay.
You don't just start, like, violently shaking. That's what they always do. I'm like, it's not, like, a seizure's a lot more than that. Like, your entire body is convulsing violently.
I need to breathe.
Okay, slide in there. Roll it on the window.
You know how hard is in a wheelchair?
It's not that, for real? What do you mean, not that hard?
This was unnecessary. Slide your feet in there.
No, Helen.
I'm annoyed.
I'm gonna watch you. We're not playing pretend.
Get in the car, now.
I can't. I gotta touch my leg.
Get in the car.
I can't get my left leg in without you smashing it. You're gonna have to help me with my left leg in because you're gonna smash in the board.
Sit up there on the seat where you
I
was.
can't because I don't have both hands. I'm short. I'm a muted deformed. I'm a turtle. You got it.
Why is she so calm now? Did she just say I'm a mutated, I'm a turtle?
Backpack and you wrap my arms to a backpack. I'm a turtle and you wrap my arms to a backpack. Can you wrap them in front, please, to my titties?
No.
Then how am I supposed to back up?
Come on. Stand up.
Lay me down.
Get in there now.
I'm trying, but you're gonna break my wrist. You would really break my wrist.
Come on.
Okay, wait a minute. Let me
Trying to help you.
Let me stand
Scoot on
still.
your butt
Do
into
this
the
slow.
into the
Do
seat.
this slow. Do it mean I'm supposed to be. I might have win.
Ready? 1, 2.
It's gonna break my wrist. You will break my wrist.
Get up there.
God damn it! Your metal will break my wrist.
Get
I'm
up there.
deformed in a wheelchair.
Get in. There you go. Now pull your leg in.
That hurt. Good job. I'm a teenage mutant turtle, and you can't put handcuffs behind me because I'm a handicapped wheelchair. I put them in the front of titties because I'm handicapped.
Because she's a handicapped teenage mutant ninja turtle, she needs her handcuffs in front of her boobs instead of behind her back.
By law.
Sonya.
Self-defense lawyer now. You are the worst goddamn witch people I ever met in my goddamn life. worst humans in my goddamn life. And I can train a dog to protect somebody from a human before a human can drive a goddamn car without hitting me. And the mother titty, I was just telling them, don't open my goddamn government mail check. It's a government phone, the only phone I had. I got it. I worked hard to get it. I ordered it, and in 17 days I got it, and guess what? In 3 days I got my truck, and I did so much, and that short amount of time, I left my house one goddamn time, and they destroyed my motherfucking wallet with my money, and did 2 of everything in my wallet. And one time I left my door unlocked and trusted you stupid motherfuckers. 911 ain't worth no with a 1-0 to spell a goddamn name on a piece of plastic without shooting me in the forehead, you f***ing Barney 5 piece of shit in America. I've been in my house for 7 months. I went to jail 3 times. I went to psych 7 times for crazy Sonya on a 5-letter word. Flipping poor.
Look at me in the fucking eyes. Did you take salmon from the back and reheat it?
No, I've been eating the salmon while I've been working, chef. I am quite parched, chef. Or not parched, hungry, chef. Sorry.
Yes or no?
No, chef, it's right here.
Shut the fuck up. Fuck off the salmon.
But Zach wasn't the only one to test Gordon's bullshit detector, because during season 9, episode 2, Brendan made the same mistake with his sea bass.
You've cooked the bass. Is your meat ready?
No, chef.
And the garnish all ready?
No, chef.
You've got to work as a team. Please.
Gordon then instructed the blue team to coordinate their timing for the next order and explicitly ordered Brendan to fire up a new sea bass. But despite those instructions, he found himself questioning Brendan's integrity when he received the new quote-unquote sea bass just minutes later.
Brendan?
Yes, chef.
Is that the same bass?
No, chef.
You didn't start a fresh one?
Yes, it is.
He pops it in the microwave.
Chef.
So where's the old one then?
Threw it away, chef.
Show me.
And when Brendan could not find the sea
The phantom search. The phantom search in the trash can. Like when you look for your homework in school. Oh, I must have left it at home. You know it's not in there.
bass he supposedly threw away, Gordon continued to press him.
I'm gonna ask you one more time to tell me the truth. Is that the bass from 10 minutes ago, or is that a fresh one you cooked?
When Brendan finally confessed to his deception, Gordon decisively puts him in his place.
You do that to me one more time, trust me, fuck the elimination. I'll send you out there and then. Let me tell you that.
Yes, chef.
I kind of hope Gordon Ramsay starts calling people chud. I feel like that'd be really funny in his voice. What are you fucking doing, you chud? You sitting here thinking you can fucking give me that sea bass? Recooked it. It's the same fucking sea bass.
Won't happen again.
And while Brendan was caught cheating to save himself, Andrew from season 1 was caught cheating to help his team. After losing episode 6's challenge, the blue team's second punishment was having their storeroom locked for the entire dinner service, making things more difficult by having to enter a code every time they wanted to grab something from inside.
I'll give you the combination. C1.
They probably just leave the door cracked.
690Y. Log it. I'm saying it once. Let's go.
While his team rushed over to get the storeroom open, Andrew had a brilliant idea.
What do you want?
Give me the tape. Give me the masking tape.
Just fucking do it.
Just give me the masking tape.
Oh, I gotcha.
But luck wasn't on
Bro, I don't think that's cheating.
his side, as sous chef Scott immediately caught him in the act and gave him a piece of his mind.
You fucking guys fucked it up, you get a punishment. You don't fucking rig it so it works for you. You blew it, pay the consequences. Got it? Yes, sir.
Just like Andrew, Adam from season 14 immediately confessed when he was exposed on episode 3's team challenge, where he realized that his risotto would not be ready in time and asked to use Millie's rice as a substitute instead.
This risotto is just not getting done. I thought I left myself enough time.
3 minutes to go,
Yes,
chef.
chef. Do you have enough rice to go for 2? I got that. Yeah.
And when it came time for Adam's dish to be judged, the team needed both his and Millie's dish to get a point to win the challenge. However, the guest judge made one observation that put Adam on the spotlight.
How did you guys both wind up with rice on the dish? Did you guys share on that one, or?
Did you take some of Millie's rice? I'm sorry. I'm gonna cut the bullshit.
Bro, why? I feel like they get so... Why do they get so angry? Do you think Gordon actually gets upset at this? I feel like he fully has to upplay it. There's no way he dead-ass cares that much.
Did you take Millie's rice? Yes, sir.
After confessing, Gordon revealed that Adam broke the rules and thereby lost the challenge for the blue team, which also happened to be the team that Season 10's Robin tried to steal from. During Episode 7's dinner service, Robin overcooked her beef and ran out of extras to fix her mistake. As a result, she nudges her teammate to try and steal some from the blue team.
Could someone go ask see if the men have any more meat? How many do you need? I need 2 more beef, guys.
However, none of them had the guts to do so, leaving her to get exposed by Gordon when he asked her where the beef was.
I would like to get another beef from the gentleman so I could do it real quick.
Let me tell you something. We just don't go to the blue kitchen and get what you want. It's a competition, you silly cow.
Okay, yes,
That's
chef.
the last fucking time I'm telling you all. Got it?
Yes, chef.
As a result, he forced her to shamefully apologize to the customers and to suggest a new
Oh my God. No. You gotta walk out to the customer and you're like, I'm sorry, the filet sucks. I overcooked your shit. I'm sorry, it's been an hour. I'd recommend the risotto. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to fuck up your steak.
substitute for the beef she screwed up.
I guess I'm going to walk my happy ass up to table 64 and tell them, I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have your beef. Would you like a swordfish or a pigeon instead?
Yes, pigeon.
Pigeon?
A pigeon? Pigeon? Pigeon. Pigeon. Let me get that right.
I'm sorry, ma'am, we don't have your beef. Would you like a swordfish or a pigeon instead?
Yes.
Pigeon. People eat pigeons?
Pigeon? Okay. Perfect.
However,
Not eating a pigeon. I'll have the swordfish.
Robin still looked like a genius in comparison to Siobhan from season 7, who unintentionally cheated during episode 2's egg challenge, where each chef was paired to cook 4 different types of eggs in under 5 minutes. But
that would be really funny if they were like, Maria ran out of pigeons for overcooking them, so she went out to the back with some cornmeal and snapped one of their necks. From then on, she actually she went outside and actually killed a fucking live pigeon to try and feed a customer.
For Siobhan, Gordon specifically requested that she tackle the challenge alone, as her team was 1 person short. However, all it took was her teammate Autumn asking her to join forces for her to completely abandon those demands. And when it came time for Gordon to rate her eggs, Siobhan exposed herself after failing to give him a straight answer.
Just answer me the question. How long did he cook them for?
Oh, because she doesn't know, because she's not the one that just cooked them?
My teammates helped me, Chef.
Your teammates helped you?
Yes, Chef.
I asked you to work on your own.
But instead of owning up to her mistakes, she threw the blame on her team.
I should have pushed her out of the way, and I'm so mad at myself that I did.
I mean, why are we crying?
I'm so mad. I shouldn't have listened to the teammates that were forcing me to do something that I should have known was wrong to do.
In the end, Gordon gave her just 1 point for only managing to cook 1 of the 4 dishes. The ironic thing is that Siobhan got berated for cheating, unlike Michael, who somehow got away with what might be the craziest cheating story in this entire video. In the
oh my God, they never caught him?
finale of
well,
season
they know, but I'm saying they never like docked his points.
1, the final 2 contestants, Ralph and Michael, were each running their own sides of the kitchen during a practice service. When it was Ralph's turn to run the pass, the command station where he would be calling out orders and checking every dish before it left the kitchen, Michael saw an opportunity to expose his opponent's weakness.
Trying to see how many can go without having crab in them.
What are you talking about?
It's my risotto. I wanted to make risottos the whole night without crab. I was just seeing what I could slip past Ralph tonight.
To Michael's satisfaction, Ralph...
Wait, what? So he just wasn't adding a needed portion of the dish, and Gordon never knew?
failed to spot the mistake, even after Gordon gave him a subtle hint, allowing the dish to be served.
Ralph, have to taste. I tasted it. You tasted it, yes.
Oh, so he's not really cheating. He's just failing to see that it's wrong.
I was just sort of laughing like, I can't believe he's letting him go like that.
Just as Michael hoped, the dish got sent back to the kitchen, fulfilling his scheme and getting Ralph in trouble with Gordon.
The risotto is bland, and then he's telling me as well how could you call it a crab risotto without crab in there.
There's no crab in there at all? There's no crab in the risotto. Did you taste it? Yes, I did, but I didn't. Come on, big boy. Taste it.
And when Ralph attempted to expose Michael's sabotage, Gordon swooped in to throw the blame back on him.
Michael, what are you doing to me?
What'd I do?
Well, because I think originally Gordon would have been mad at him for trying to con Ralph, but I think he wanted to see it play out and be like, dude, you couldn't taste that there wasn't crab in that, because that's even worse. if you're supposed to be a chef that's serving good meals and you don't know that the meat in the dish isn't there.
No crab in the crab risotto?
Ralph,
Right.
you should know that. Yeah, that's why you've got to taste everything, yeah? You're in control, you're in the driving seat, and you should spot those kind of things, yeah?
Instead of getting criticized for his devious actions, Michael was met with Gordon's surprising approval.
Michael had Ralph look stupid and took him down big time. That was an interesting lesson.
Well, I think equally, Michael probably would have gotten shit on by Ralph and Gordon if Ralph noticed. I think that's the thing. I don't think this is cheating. I think this is like kind of like a test where if Ralph noticed, it would have been really bad for Michael.
Very clever move from Michael's behalf.
Gordon was so impressed, so much so that sabotaging contestants at the pass became a regular feature in future seasons.
You just sent out 2 fucking risotto, there's not an ounce of asparagus anywhere, and it was done with a spinach puree. You've got to taste, Dave.
Yeah, chef.
Oh, so other people started doing it in future seasons? That's nuts. All right. That was a fun video. Anyways. Testing North Korea's illegal smartphones. I'm gonna be real, before we even started, I didn't know they had like their own brand of smartphone. Just because I assumed the majority of individuals in North Korea didn't own phones. Because the government control would probably have, it would be really hard to restrict that. But I'm assuming the people in poverty in North Korea don't own phones. I'm assuming it's people that live in like Pyongyang, like somewhere where it's, I guess, more populated / like you're allowed to have more luxuries, you know, because you live in the capital.
These are 2 extremely rare phones from North Korea, and it's kind of insane that I'm even holding them. The North Korean...
Why is one of them in English?
And holding them. The North Korean population is so cut off from the outside world that it's almost impossible to even get a text message out, let alone 2 fully functional smuggled phones that show us in crystal clear detail what it's actually
Oh my god, does the map only show North Korea?
like to be a North Korean citizen. So this is the Heian 701. It's one of the country's budget phones. Just to give you an idea of how little is known about this stuff, you can Google the phone's name and nothing will come up. Absolutely zero. And then the second is the Samtaesung 8, which is a flag...
Samtaesung? Samtaesung? Really? Really, that's the North Korean phone, Samtaesung 8?
North Korean phone. And yeah, this is different to South Korea's Samsung, which translates to 3 stars. This is Samtaesung, which translates to 3 huge stars.
I mean, we're really trying to one up South Korea here on the fucking phone usage. That's cringe. That's what they named that shit. 3 stars versus 3 huge stars.
A lot of this whole my dad could totally beat up your dad energy. But that's because convincing North Koreans that they are superior to South Koreans, that they are morally purer and militarily stronger, is about the most effective way of keeping them loyal to the government. And it's pretty clear when you look at these phones that the smartphone is playing a big part in that. I can actually...
Yeah, I feel like, yeah, it definitely plays a part in the brainwashing, but I don't understand how, like, yes, even if you're grown into the North Korean society, kind of like believing how they function and also kind of like living it for generations, if you had a smartphone that's like clearly restricting you, I feel like you'd be like, what are they trying to hide from us? Or do you think it's like they just perceive it as a protection? Like, oh, Kim Jong-un's trying to protect me from bad Western ideologies. Or maybe they don't even realize that it's like being censored or like restricted. Maybe that's like what they perceive just the phone is able to do.
These phones. So if I write Namhan, this means South Korea. The second that I hit the spacebar, that gets auto-corrected to puppet state. It is bonkers seeing censorship this explicit happening in real time in front of my eyes. You physically cannot send the word Namhan even if you try, which shows just how committed North Korea's government is to sustaining its narrative that South Korea is this inferior, less individual country that just blindly follows whatever the US asks them to. Other ways of wording it, like Republic of Korea, that doesn't even get corrected. That just turns straight into asterisks. Kind of like you're a child and you just tried to make your Club Penguin username a swear word. And you can actually see the censorship becoming more invasive as time is going on. Because if we use this Heian phone, which came a few months before, this one lets you write North Korea as North Korea. But the Samtaesung doesn't even let you do that.
Oh my my God. So it used to be less restricted, and then they realized that they needed to make it even more strict, so they had to fucking come out with a, like, even worse version.
The only way that you're allowed to refer to North Korea now is Joseon, the traditional.
I mean, bro, and I'm assuming there's, like, heavy monitoring on these phones, no? I feel like we watched something about a North Korean, like, it might have been a phone where it, like, takes an image of your screen every 10 seconds or something, and there's, like, a guy monitoring it in case something happens where they have to be like, oh, what, are you talking shit about Kim Jong-un?
And then South Korea, almost as if they're belonging to them, as South Joseon. But it gets worse, because Daily NK News, the guys who actually secured these phones in the first place, and whose basement I'm sitting in right now, they've probed around and found all sorts of extra oddities in the software. Like how, if you type Kim Jong-un, the name of the current leader, into any app, it will make the text bold the second you finish the word. Or how all sorts of South Korean slang is just subtly corrected to the more proper North Korean approved way of saying the same thing. Presumably because a lot of this slang originates in some capacity from South Korean media. And the North doesn't want their population.
Yeah, but then how the hell, if they're getting a lot of that slang from South Korean media, how would the North Korean people even have their hands on that slang or media to even be able to use it in their phones in the first place? If, like, internet access is restricted, whatever they see on TV is restricted, they're only allowed to see what is shown to them, then how the fuck, like, why do they even have that gateway of the slang if they don't even know what it is? That'd be like having an autocorrect for, like, Big Chungus if you don't know what Big Chungus is. Like, it's unneeded. Like, you're never gonna type it.
To even indirectly experience that. But probably the single craziest example of this is if we type oppa. This is a common South Korean expression that can be used to mean either older brother or, in slang terms, boyfriend.
이거 좀 따주세요, 오빠.
Which in itself does raise a few questions. On these North Korean phones, though, it corrects the word to comrade, accompanied by a warning. This word can only be used to describe your siblings. Imagine getting a warning for attempting to type a slang word. That's moderation on a level that I have never experienced before. But
what happens if you type, like, fuck Kim Jong-un? Like, would that, like, would, like, your phone just brick and they would, like, fucking seize you instantly? No, seriously, like, what if you, like, typed, like, some sort of threat? Like, they would be, like, your phone just explodes.
I would say even more significant than autocorrect, the biggest factor in controlling information going in and out of North Korea, and the main reason that the country is still this cryptic bubble and we barely know these phones even exist, is the internet situation. Or really, the lack of one. Look at this. On the Haeyang phone.
There is I want to also kind of side note here, there is, like, a level of US meddling that people claim goes on for foreign phones for us as well. Like, most US citizens that own a phone own an iPhone and don't really ever have access to, like, Huawei, which is the Chinese phone that is a lot of the time seen as more technologically advanced and more user-friendly and developed than the US iPhone and iOS versions. But, like, nobody owns a Huawei. It's, like, impossible to get a fucking Huawei.
You can swipe down from the top and you see your control panel that looks basically the same as every other Android's. And there's even a Wi-Fi button there, but when you press it, absolutely nothing happens. Weird, but let's go into settings to click on Wi-Fi directly, but you can't.
How the fuck does the phone work if you don't have LTE and you don't have Wi-Fi? What the fuck do you use the phone for? It's just constantly in airplane mode?
And they've actually gone a step further with this more recent Samtaesang, because you go into the quick settings, there isn't even a Wi-Fi icon at all. It's like they don't want—
What do you use the fucking phone for? The calculator app? Like, what am I gonna play offline Subway Surfers on the fucking phone? What do you use the phone for? You're not fucking connected to anything. Messaging? You can't message people without fucking connectivity. Or bars.
You to even consider that the feature could—
That's the point? Well, then don't even give them phones.
—be as accessible as that. The only way to get something that even resembles Wi-Fi is this. It's called Mirai, and it needs so many details from you, including your government—
Oh, shit. So they just, like, require— because it's too easy to just connect to something, so they restrict that, so you have to use an app that, like, tracks your Wi-Fi.
ID, and an authenticated North Korean physical SIM card that it's pretty safe to assume everything you do while using it can be traced right back to you. And even with all of that, this still doesn't get you onto the internet. There's actually no way for a North Korean citizen to do that. All this can get you is access to a highly curated North Korean.
Whenever I see shit about like North Korean technology, I always remember like the videos of the Russians talking about how when North Korea sent their troops to help Russia in the war, the Russians always cited the North Korean people being like cripplingly addicted to like porn and cartoons. Like they because they've never seen it before, so it's like it was such like a culture shock for them that like their eyes were just like glued to the screen. Like the technology that they have there, like the unrestricted access to the internet's like absurd.
Intranet, where you can look at specifically government-approved TV, news, propaganda, and apps. More on that in a bit, but the key thing to know for now...
Damn, bro. Do you think there's like any apps they could use that we use? No, because it would be non-North Korean tech. I'm thinking like games, like dude, like Doodle Jump. Like you think I feel like, bro, like do you think they're like restricted from playing like Doodle Jump?
Is it doesn't look like it would be a great experience. The app itself tells you to expect speeds between 2 and 33 megabits per second, less than a 14th of the speeds that South Koreans are getting on their public Wi-Fi. I imagine.
Well, to be fair, doesn't South Korea also have the best Wi-Fi in the entire world? Like by area, like their Wi-Fi is crazy.
The way that North Korea's leaders are seeing this is they know that the second they give their population access to the open World Wide Web, it's game over for being able to control the way they act and think. But then at the same time, they can't give the people nothing if they're trying to convince them that their country is truly superior to all others. Hence this careful substitution of traditions. The link between North Korea and India isn't as clear-cut, but the guys from Daily NK have a theory that Indian culture hits a bit of a sweet spot. It's kind of different enough to seem exotic and interesting to North Koreans.
But they won't want it.
But while still not posing a threat to their culture.
Yeah, it's not gonna make them want to change their own culture.
In the way that Western content does. And then there's just a whole load of apps that feel not just guided by the government, but directly requested by them. Like this one is entirely biographies of past and current North Korean rulers. Something else I've never seen before is a general guidance app, which is split into 4 categories: laws, regulations, a legal dictionary, and then common sense, which really is exactly what it sounds like.
You imagine you're doing some sketchy shit on your fucking North Korean iPhone, and like out of nowhere you just get a fucking phone call and it's just Kim Jong-un's face. It's like John Pork, but worse.
Sounds like. It's so strange. It's like
way worse.
How should we legally understand the family? Who are relatives? Can't relatives marry? I wonder if the idea is giving.
Wait, what?
Legally understand really is exactly what it sounds like. It's so strange. It's like, how should we legally understand the family? Who are relatives? Can't relatives marry? I wonder if the idea is giving every single person the same set of ideologies and learnings, and even there's like a humor section here, so that they affect.
Yeah, it says something about same-sex marriage. I'm assuming North Korea doesn't like gay people.
Effectively become the same person, to squash individuality. There's even a cooking app which guides you through how to make traditional North Korean cuisine. And all of these more official looking apps, they open by first showing you a famous quote from one of their leaders, which so feels like something you'd see on the loading screen of a dystopian video game, but this is real life. And then there's also just a ton of games to play.
Oh my god, ton of games to play. This shit looks like it was made by ChatGPT yesterday. That looked like some shit I would have played in like 2008.
Most of them feel pretty simple, with a big emphasis on offline play, which is true for the whole phone experience. It's actually wild how much we've been able to show and do, and that's all no doubt because the internet situation in North Korea is so sketchy. So crazy amount of stuff on both of these phones. But there's a very good reason for that. See, getting new apps is not as easy for North Koreans as it is for us. They have an app store. You can download apps on your own, but, and I can't actually quite wrap my head around how this is the reality, you can't open those apps until you've taken your phone to an in-person store where they will authorize them for use and download the necessary back-end data for them to function. And believe it or not...
What? So if you want to download an app to use it, you have to basically redo like a background check at like a physical fucking phone store for them to like give you access to play fucking Flappy Bird.
There's an extra wrinkle that comes with this. Your apps in North Korea expire. So this one here is telling me it's right.
Oh my God, you have to get renewed access to use an app. Oh my God. Do you have to pay? Is that money?
Run out, and he's basically asking if I want to pay for 6 months or for 12 months for a bit of a discount. Effectively making
Oh my God. Don't let EA get their hands on this. Don't let EA get their fucking hands on this. North Korea's charging people to use an app. They have a paid subscription service for like a fucking free thing. Like just a regular app you would use on your phone.
free app, a paid subscription, even ones you would not expect to be, like the laws of North Korea. Bearing in mind, North Korea is one of the poorest countries in the world, with its national income per person being just 3.4% of that of South Korea.
Then how are they buying phones? This has to be solely restricted towards like the top 5% of North Koreans. Like I could see the average not the average North Korean. I could see like a middle like not middle class. I want to say the median North Korean individual by income having like a pager where they have like a phone that like is so restricted. It's basically just like a flip phone where they can call like 4 people. And it's like how they talk to their boss or like if the government needs to send them a message or something. Like I could see that, but I feel like this is just not, no one has this.
Concept of being able to sustain a large library of apps is a luxury that very few will be able to afford. And that's assuming you...
Oh my God, imagine you have to pay to use settings. Sorry, your settings subscription expired. You have to pay us $40 to use the settings app.
You can even afford the phone.
But we already uninstalled it because you didn't pay for it. So now you need to go in person to get settings reinstalled. You didn't pay to use the App Store, so you can't download apps. You need to pay us to be able to use the app to apps to get the App Store. Well, here's the real conundrum. The App Store app got deleted off your phone. So even if you did go in person, you wouldn't be able to reinstall it because they can't re-download the App Store. You just should have paid for it. So your phone's basically a brick. You're going to need to buy a new one.
Did find a way to sideload your apps without going to a physical store for that authorization, or if you found a way to get around the app expiration system, which we realized.
Do you think you have any North Korean viewers? No. We're 16 minutes into this video, and you just asked whether or not you think they have YouTube?
As you could temporarily do just by changing the date on your phone to an earlier one. There's a very important reason.
Wait, you could jailbreak the phone, huh?
That's assuming you can even afford the phone in the first place. Now, even if you did find a way to sideload your apps without going to a physical store for that authorization, or if you found a way to get around the app expiration system, which we realize you could temporarily do just by changing the date on your phone to an earlier one, there's a very important reason.
I would be fucking mortified to do that as a North Korean citizen. My God. No, I'm fucking following the rule book by the fucking book, dude. Oh my God. You have a North Korean iPhone, you're like, oh, they want me to pay to reuse this. What if I just change it back a year and redo my subscription? You just hear your phone just starts going, I'd chuck it in a river.
Why you might not want to try that in North Korea. And it's called Red Flag. Red Flag is an underlying layer of surveillance software that appears on all phones sold in North Korea. We know it exists because we can see the effects of it, and I'm told older versions used to be really easy to see and get around, but in these newer phones, Red Flag is now baked into the lowest level of the Android software, making it almost untraceable and impenetrable. Plus, it blocks off developer settings, which you can normally unlock by tapping this build number several times, meaning that it stops you figuring out what is really going on behind the scenes. But the idea of Red Flag is to persistently make sure that what you're doing on your phone is legitimate. So every file, every app, every photo that you take has a digital signature, a record that signals to the phone
you
where...
start fucking snapping pictures of your butthole, dude. Oh my God. Oh my God, dude. There's just one guy at a big fucking he's at like a fucking huge monitor screen in North Korea, just like monitoring everybody's phones. He's just like, dude, what's this one guy doing?
That file originated from.
Holy fuck.
Red Flag makes sure that
they like come flag you down. You're like, dude, I don't know. I thought I had like an abscess or something.
The only files or apps that can be opened on these phones are either ones with the North Korean government signature or a self-signature, which is files that originate from the phone itself, like photos from your camera. Anything else originating from anyone else won't have an approved signature, and so will not open. It'll just get automatically deleted by the software when it's sent to one of these phones. Now,
oh, so you're not in trouble, it'll just remove it.
that doesn't seem to have stopped people from trying to get unauthorized content to work. There was an extensive report from Martin Williams and Niklaus Scheiss, which goes into how some would try to skirt the system by opening foreign files via the phone's web browser. But now that the signature checks are happening on a deeper device level, it can pick those up. It doesn't work. Or there was a Daily NK report last year that mentioned while North Koreans couldn't store outside videos on their phones, they could insert SD cards containing the material into their phones instead. However, there is one final, very sinister surveillance feature, clearly designed to deter any attempts at this. These devices, both of them, will take periodic screenshots as you're using them. You don't...
I thought that was the red flag thing. What the fuck? Am I stupid? That's what I thought he was just talking about. Like that it was just showing times and you couldn't click on it. Isn't that what it is?
See these screenshots being taken in the same way that you'd expect to. But you know it's happening because I can actually show you the folder where they're being stored. I can see this has actually been taking screenshots today while I've been recording this video. The frequency of the shots seems to vary, but it's many times per day. And the most alarming part...
Yeah, that is very... Do you think it's on a random timer or what? Because it was like an hour and a half, like a day. But oh, wait, no. I'm looking at it backwards. Wait, am I? I feel like this isn't organized. It looks like it could take it every like 10 minutes or every 5 hours.
Many times per day. And the most alarming part of it is all you can do is look. You can't click on them. You can't check them. You can't delete them. Now, whether the phones are sending those grabs over the intranet to the government continuously, or if they're just used when an official has doubts about you and wants to specifically confirm their suspicions, it's anyone's guess. But would you want to risk it in North Korea? Based on accounts from people who've escaped, this is a country which, since at least 2020, has had a law that spells out distributing and even just watching South Korean entertainment is punishable by death. People who distribute...
Bro, that watching like Squid Games, it would give you would get the death penalty. Watching Squid Games, they would kill you. Like that is a crime that not like you're a serial killer that murdered fucking 15 people. No, sorry, you watched an anime. Now you die and your family's getting thrown in a camp.
This content are tried alongside drug criminals. It's considered the same tier of crime, which says a lot about the priorities of the regime. So it really feels like every part of these devices, from the words you're allowed to type to the videos you're allowed to watch, are designed to reinforce a single narrative. North Korea is superior, foreign influence is dangerous, and everything you do is being watched. It makes me very grateful for how easy tech is made for the rest of us.
Is this an ad? It's an ad. Yo, I was gonna say, that's wild though that they're charging $1,000 still. Like they're charging the price of an iPhone for something that does 1/30th of what an iPhone does. Anyways, that was a fun video to watch. Next.
You want to tighten it down. As you pull, you've got like a ton of leverage.
When am I ever using that? When am I ever using that knot? I, like, the other ones I could see. Dude, the last one where you tighten it, I could see that shit. Like, I'd hang up a hammock. Or the other one where, like, there's a broken piece. Like, yeah, say I'm in fucking survival situation. Or, like, I'm camping, my knot breaks. When the fuck am I using this?
You just take a loop like this and push it through. And then if you want to release, you just pull this and it'll all come apart.
Run free, mare.
5 knots. 5 knots. Easy.
Wow.
Number 29. Learn how to give constructive feedback. Because feedback without a path forward is just criticism. So be kind, but don't bury the message. This isn't a I gotcha, you're in trouble moment. This is a, oh, how can I help you do a better job moment. You're not like scolding somebody you're helping them correct their thing. Number 30, how to give a good toast or speech. I've seen a lot of these.
A good toast or speech, bro? I feel like that really comes down to like social skills. I think you could have a lot of moments where people are like, you got to do the toast, you got to do our thanks. And it's like, all right, you're really putting me on the spot here. But it's like, in the right time and place, you just know what to say. I think just say something that's like mildly philosophical. That's not one that's so fence-sitting that like everybody can relate to it. Cheers to this family. It's an honor to be a part of this with you guys. I love being able to share these small moments that we have with each other. I know we don't meet each other often. We don't see each other often. But I always think back to you guys when I think about the holidays. And it's an honor to spend them with all of you. And then just like go off that. Like literally just be like some lame ass fucking, oh, you know, I love this. We're all living together. Like just like some fucking let's hold hands and go, some fucking shit. Just come up with some shit where you can fucking hold hands and be like, you know, life's awesome. Some peace shit.
And there's a lot of pretty bad examples presented as good on the internet. It's not about you. Have a plan. Keep it short. Don't make it about you.
Oh, God. Who the fuck would make a cheers about themselves? Ugh.
You. No inside jokes. I know it's tempting, but you're trying to make more than one person laugh. No negative stuff. Speak from the heart.
Dude, learn how to give a fucking best man speech. Learn how to give a fucking best man speech. You kill that shit. That's what dude, that's like a nerve-wracking thing. Or give a wedding speech. Just learn how to give a wedding speech. And learn how to speak at a funeral. It can be very emotional. I think that you should know what the fuck you're going to say at a fucking funeral. Just, you know, pay thanks, you know, fucking talk about a dead person. Like, that's something.
And if it's a best man speech, mention the bride. It's not a
oh my God
speech about how good of friends you are with the person.
Yeah, it's always dude, best men speeches, it'll always be like, yeah, you're such a great guy. I love you, man. You got to pivot that to you guys are great for each other. You know, I've known you my whole life, and when blank and blank met you, it was, you know, I could tell you guys were a match. You're great for each other. Blah, blah, blah. Glaze.
It's about those two people. I remember I met Jared in I don't fucking care. When did he meet?
Nah, I think sometimes that's a funny story, though.
Evelyn. That's what we're here to do. Number 31, learn how to memorize names when you're meeting someone. This is an old trick. I know a lot of people do it, but I try to do the thing where I use their name 3 times in the conversation, and it's okay if you get caught. People like...
Dude, learning how to learn somebody's name is so fucking hard. Because I'm always like, yo, nice to meet you, I'm Joe. And I immediately start going, I just need to talk to them, and I always forget their name. But what I've gotten better at is just being like, sorry, what was your name again? Really quickly, though. You have like a shot clock. You have like 10 minutes after you meet the person to re-ask them what their name is without it being disrespectful. And that's when you got to ask him, you know? I literally when I was in Austin, met one of the guys, met like 3 people, and I was so focused on saying my own name that like 5 minutes later, I was like, don't remember any of their names. Immediately walked up to him. I was like, what's your name again? And he was like, blank, blank. And I was like, oh, okay. Sorry. And I just go, I always focus on my own name.
Like that you're trying to memorize their name. Nice to meet you, Mark. Is that Mark with a K? Oh, interesting. Mark with an X. So, Mark, what makes you think you deserve my mom? Huh, Mark? Number 32, learn how to introduce 2 people. If you're one of those...
Oh my God, I'm bad at this. I'm really bad at this. I'll just be like, this is blank. I feel like you got to have a little intro. You'll be like, John and Jamie, you 2 meet each other. You guys, hey, both play tennis. That's really cool. You know, met both of you by blank to blank. And then you just do a little intro for them, for each other.
And you run into another friend and they don't know each other. And you don't introduce them to each other. And you let your friend stand there in silence feeling like
I've done this so many times. Oh my God, I've done this so many times. And I've had my friends do it to me. I feel like everybody's experienced this on one end or both ends of the spectrum.
Stop. Introduce people.
I think a lot of the time, though, you also got to just skip that entirely and just introduce yourself. You know? Break that. If it's like, you know your friend's not going to intro you, be like, hey, I'm Joe.
All right, here's 3 things that I think you should include.
It is like a chud thing, though. Say you're hanging out with a guy named Mark. Mark should be like, oh, hey, Frank, this is my friend Joe. Versus me being like, nah, I'm Mark's friend. Dead fish handshake, too. I'm Mark's friend. Nice to meet you. I'm sorry.
In the introduction. Number 1, both of their names, first and last. Your relationship to both of them.
Wait, sorry, I was not paying attention.
Number 1, both of their names, first.
Oh, okay. How to intro each other.
First and last. Your relationship to both of them. How do you know each other? And ideally, add something that they might have in common.
Yup.
Example. Hey, Jesse. How's it going, man? What are you doing on this side of town? Do you know Zach Redpath? Yeah, he and I worked at Donut together. Zach, this is Jesse Wood. I met him at Mark's funeral. Much like you, Jesse also drives an old car. Zach, Jesse has a Saab.
I don't know. I feel like you need something more relatable than that. You both drive shitters. Or not shitters, old cars like a vintage car? Okay, that's different. Is that what he meant? He meant like an old car, like you both drive old cars that are like good that they're old. Not like old cars like you both drive a 2003 Honda Accord. Okay, if they both drive the same exact car, that would be something worth mentioning. If you both drive gray 2010 Honda Pilots, I'd be like, that is fascinating.
Next thing you know, Jesse and Zach will be hanging out with each other without even you around. Oh, I guess you guys don't fucking need me anymore. Why don't I just go jump in the river? 33, how to politely decline offers. I think there's a temptation to lie a lot of times. Like, hey, something came up, or I'm like really busy. But the truth is, like, I'm not. I just don't want to do it. And I think it's more honorable to...
I think a lot of the time, I think most situations where somebody asks me to do something, though, or asks me for something, I am busy. Like, I'm actually like, no, I can't. It's very rare that I'll fake being busy to not do something.
Number 34, how to put out a grease fire. Pro tip, don't use water.
Aren't you supposed to use like flour? Just anything that suffocates the flames?
Number 35, 36, and 37, how to dress for a wedding, how to dress for a job interview, and how to dress as an adult. Wedding, first off, they'll tell you how to dress on the invitation.
Yeah, don't they tell you the like attire/color scheme that you should work with?
They'll tell you how. Although the meanings don't mean the same as they used to, it's generally a little bit more casual version of what it used to mean. At this point in your life, you should probably own a suit. It does not have...
I need to get a suit, bro. I have a suit jacket and slacks, but I really want to get like a fitted suit. I feel like that's such a... Why? Because I'm 23 now. While I'm mentally still aging, physically I'm not going to get much larger than I am now. So I think now is the time that I could get fitted for a suit. It be expensive, but me to be able to use that suit for the next 15 years.
Have to be an expensive suit, but it should be a well-fitting suit. And a cheap, tailored suit always looks better than an expensive...
I'm writing this down, bitch. I'm writing this down. I'm going to get a fitted suit soon. I'm going to get a fucking fitted suit soon.
For a job interview, you want to look like you have your shit together, because a job is basically getting paid to help everyone else keep the collective shit together. But that doesn't mean just like go hard into the like professional direction. You also want to show that you're a good fit for the culture. So do a little...
Yeah, I think the job interview outfit should match the vibe of the job. And if it's like even a low minimum wage job, like just show up in something that's not a suit, but like a nice outfit. If it's something that's like corporate work, maybe show up in a suit. But if it's like just a job that you're going to be working at like a fucking internship with I don't know, like you're gonna become a teacher, you're doing an interview. You're probably not gonna wear a suit. You're probably just gonna wear like a nice outfit, maybe a button up.
Research, figure out the vibe. You should probably be doing this anyway to decide if you want to work there. If that means a suit, then wear a suit. Nowadays, it probably doesn't. If that means a collared shirt, throw on a collared shirt. Honestly, if it's like a creative agency or something, it would probably be in your best interest to just dress weird as fuck. I've been to these.
Yeah, honestly. But like, what industry are you applying for where you would just want to dress weird? Like if you're going into something with film or the arts
places, you just wear curtains for pants. And then how to just
you're interviewing for a mall security job. You just show up as Paul Blart, pull up in one of those fucking Segways. Yeah, I take this job pretty seriously. So, whatever you guys need me to do, I'm really down to just put a stop to the climb all in general. I have a lot of my gear, so you don't need to provide that. And I do have a Segway, as long as you guys have the charging equipment that's necessary for me to, do a refuel on my break.
Just generally dress for adulthood. If you're into fashion, you read about it, you keep up with...
And if the Auntie Anne's that's right around the corner would be able to reserve me a pretzel hot dog every day, that would be very much appreciated.
If you're not into fashion in that way, but you want to dress like a grown-up and never look back at a picture and think, ooh, what was I wearing? If you want people to consider you a well-dressed person, dress like Harrison Ford. I'm 100% serious. Just dress like Harrison Ford as a non-fan
for it. But the spectacle only works if people are still looking. Relevancy is the whole game. The second your numbers dip, the money goes with it. So you're forced to stay visible. You hit the podcast circuit, impulsive on Monday.
6 months and a day, because it has to be your property. Like if you want to claim that you live somewhere and get state tax in that, because streaming, normally you're getting taxed in the state that you make your income, but streaming you get taxed in whatever area you're in while you stream. So like streamers will try to say that they live in Nevada like 6 months out of the year. Not all of them. A lot of them just eat the taxes, but...
Day and blank on Thursday. You show up to every mainstream streamer event. You become a permanent fixture in the conversation because the conversation is the product. And the fastest way to stay in a conversation is to stand next to someone bigger than you. Take those same 5 streamers and pull up their biggest streams of all time. Ninja, Fortnite with Drake, Hayden Ross, the Donald Trump interview, Kai Cenat, the LeBron stream that pulled over 1 million concurrent viewers.
Yeah, but there's like certain streamers that only there's certain streamers that collab in any way that they can, and then there's streamers that collab when they want to. Okay, there's three things. Streamers that collab with everybody they can, that is big. Streamers that collab anytime they want, and streamers that just don't collab. Queso never collabs. I feel like I collab infrequently, but like I'll do Jinxie's tournaments or gaming days. I might go to an event. Like I did the thing with Jack Pembroke. Like I might do streamer games or something like shit like that. But usually like I don't go to streamer awards or I don't do that stuff. But like then there's streamers that just do every single fucking thing. Any collab they could do.
That's the blueprint. I'm not necessarily saying it's...
He sometimes collabs with Sketch and Jinxie. Yeah, but it's like once a month. Maybe less.
Bulletproof for
Queso is 99% a solo streamer.
Guaranteed, but it's the safe route. Every streamer who's made it to the top 250 has run some version of that exact playbook based on constant evolution. But Queso ignored this approach altogether. His strategy is quite literally the opposite in just about every possible sense. The last time we talked about Queso, he was fresh off of Hogwarts, averaging 2,500 viewers. So let's run that same comparison from earlier and fast forward to when he's at 10,000. Not much has changed. I mean, sure, he did buy a new house, but he moved from a trap house to a trailer just across town. Either way, at the end of the day, his computer monitor is still being held up with a vacuum cleaner.
If I don't have the vacuum cleaner holding up the back of the monitor, it'll fall over. And then back here are my PCs. You can tell they're being held up by books as well.
And the camera quality seems to somehow...
How, bruh? Like, bro, come on, just get a setup. Like... He has a sponsor with Starforge. He has a sponsor with Starforge PCs. He could get sent like $20,000 PCs for free, and he's holding them up with fucking dictionaries. Like, why are we doing that? Like, I just don't...
I've gotten worse.
Chat, my stream quality is actually so crispy. It looks like it's in 4K.
Since
4K, I literally could see I could see the pixels on your face.
It's in 4K.
Since Hogwarts, he's continued to stream 4 to 6 nights a week. Same time, same chat, rotating through whatever random games he feels like. Supermarket Simulator, Granny, Dress to Impress.
What is this? Why is it on my front page? Playing it.
Games a normal person wouldn't think to stream. But then you watch for 5 minutes and you start to get it.
This is the funniest dude on the internet right now.
Just plays the most random everything.
Queso, where did he come from? 200,000 viewers playing Fall Guys yesterday.
Because the game isn't the point. The chat isn't there for the games. They're there to watch him fall out of his chair for the 10th time this month and narrate it like he's describing a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh!
Yeah, he's like a different level of mainstream. He's somebody that you watch when it's like, I just want to watch a streamer versus I want to be involved with like the meta. Like people that want to be involved with the meta watch like the guys that collab with each other all the time.
Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared in a car accident.
Yo, that almost killed me. Oh! Yo, chat, the chair is dead, dude.
To watch him get jump scared by a horror game and scream at a volume that blows out the mic. And that's why it worked. By January of 2024, Queso was averaging over 50,000 concurrent viewers every single night, making him the #3 ranked streamer on all of Twitch.
Like, my mind is weird. Like, in my mind, I still don't have the thought of, like, I still made it. Yeah, because in my mind, I feel like if I have that thought and tell myself that I made it, you don't want to get, like, lazy. It's going to go downhill. Yeah. You know what I mean?
By every metric the industry actually uses, Queso is underperforming. He's leaving growth on the table at every possible turn. He doesn't invest in new setups, he doesn't upgrade his gear, and has no real plan to optimize himself. Every analyst will tell you he could—
Oh, and I could tell his webcam is stretch resed. Like, his webcam is, like, fucked up. Like, it doesn't fill a 1920 1080. It's like, he's, like, pulling it. Like, it's like, and then he's moving it out of the way. Like, it's just so
be twice the size he is if he just ran the playbook like everyone else. And honestly, they're probably right. But here's the thing. Queso never looked at any of that and felt like he was losing something. Buying a house in the hills, pulling up in a supercar, collecting all the things that say you've made it. None of that ever seemed to be important to him. And there's nothing wrong with wanting those things.
I mean, doesn't he have like a sick-ass warehouse or something? He showed that one time. He has like a sick-ass warehouse that's like really expensive with like a pool table. It's like a gaming area.
Creators go in with exactly that goal in mind.
But with y'all every day, that'd be a dream come true. Yeah, I was broke, but it was all right because the job was cool. Dude, I'm not worried about Twitch ad revenue. I would rather people have a good viewing experience than make an extra, you know.
Bro, I'm telling you, he makes most of his money on YouTube like I do. Like, I think outside of it, he has like 100,000 Twitch subs. Outside of that, bro, the majority of his money is probably from YouTube like me. I don't run mid-rolls. I don't think I get it if you're just a streamer, but if you do YouTube, bro, like I deadass could make so much more money if I ran Twitch ads. And I'm not sitting here on some high horse like, oh, I'm so great. I don't run Twitch ads. I just think Twitch ads are annoying as fuck. And it's like, if I hit on a Twitch stream and I get hit with a 5-minute mid-roll, I am tabbing out of your stream faster than a fucking lightning striking a fucking metal pole. Like, I am not watching that shit. I run pre-rolls. You click on my stream, you have to watch 30-second minute ad, then you watch my shit ad-free for 5 hours even if you're not subbed. Motherfucker sub, because I put that shit in sub-only all the time. But, like, that I'm not trying to paywall chat. It's just I have to sometimes. You guys get too riled up.
Whatever a month.
So that's the money half of the blueprint. The mansion, the supercar, the optimization strategy.
It's so different on YouTube. I've said this 5,000 times. YouTube ads, not intrusive. You get hit with an ad, it stops, you pick up where you left off. Twitch ad, you miss the stream. You just miss the stream. You miss 5 minutes of the stream.
But the blueprint isn't only about money. The other half of the blueprint is relevancy. The streaming world has a short memory. And the way you fight that is by staying in the conversation. Podcasts, events, collabs, it all comes down to the same idea. Stand next to someone bigger than you, and you get to share some of their spotlight. Well, if you thought he was underperforming on the money side of the blueprint, just listen to this. In 3 years as one of the biggest streamers on the planet, he's done exactly one traditional collab. Jinxie.
What's the furthest you've ever traveled?
Florida, and that was one time to go to Jinxie's house.
And that collab is
the furthest he's ever traveled in his life? Or, wait. The furthest he's ever traveled in his life. Or is he saying for a collab? He's scared of planes? The furthest he's ever traveled from Arkansas in his life is Florida. That's like 3 states away. That is actually crazy.
Is almost word for word the only existing footage of Queso.
Bro, he doesn't fly? Bro, still, I feel like he should get like a camper. Bro, he should buy a camper and get somebody to drive his ass to like fucking Alaska or some shit.
Outside of his own house.
My friend brought this up.
Because you could drive really far from the U.S.
Yesterday to me when we were...
He got a Sprinter? Okay.
We were chilling. He said it's crazy that Jinxie literally has the only recorded footage of me outside of my own stream setup. Like, he is the only one that's got me out of my room.
Matter of fact, it was the first time he'd ever left the state he was born in.
So this is the first time...
What? The first time he ever left Arkansas, he was in his 20s? He never stepped out of state bounds. I never knew that. I knew he was afraid of flying. I know he doesn't travel often. But I would have thought he was like, oh yeah, I've been to like Key West once or some shit. No. Wow. He's never left his state.
You ever been out of like Florida? Or out of Arkansas, my bad. Wow.
It's just, I don't know, I'll be getting homesick. I get away from home for too long. I'm just, man, I don't know.
Over the last 3 years, Queso has won 5 different awards.
And the Streamer Award goes to...
Queso!
Queso!
Queso! Queso!
He never there, bruh. It's always his face.
Oh.
He hasn't shown up to a single one in person.
I haven't. I've been nominated twice and I didn't go to either of them, bro. That's just in LA, man. I'm like, am I really gonna? I gotta fly out 6 hours to show up for 3 and then leave and fly back.
Mr. Beast tweeted you. Oh yeah, I talk.
I'd rather just stream. Like, is that fucked to say? Like, I appreciate being nominated, but I'm like, I'm just not gonna go to LA. Like, I'd rather just stream. Like,
yeah, I can't even go on.
It's different if it's like a big event, like Streamer Games I almost did last year, and this year I would love to do if he does it again, where it's like the Olympics, and it's like 3 days of athletic events. It's like that I could reason in my head to be like, okay, yeah, I'll spend 3 days flying versus, okay, I'm going to fly out for a red carpet event, sit in a room full of streamers, get drunk, and then fly home.
Mr. Beast video due to fear of airplanes. Ain't that bad, chat?
According to the
It'd be worth a video, but I'm not getting a video out of it. It's all copyright. It's all what do you mean I'm getting a video out of it? I can't re-upload that.
Blueprint, all of those things just come with the territory of being in the...
Streamer Games could be worth a video. Streamer Games, I could show up, fucking, you know, eat shit on a track field, have like a funny highlight moments, and react to myself running. But like...
Top 1%.
Streamer Awards, it's not really...
But Queso is avoiding all of it. And when you stack it all up, not going to award shows, turning down the collabs, even the fact that he's only left the state of Arkansas once...
Great GamerStop's flavor. That was Goof Juice. I know it when I see it.
Even the fact that he's only left...
Code Bart!
The state of Arkansas once, you start to wonder if there's more to it than just not caring.
Chat, I didn't tell y'all this, bro. When I was changing setups to go from the trap house into the trailer, I was literally a mental wreck for like a week straight. Because I don't know if anybody else has this, but dude, I have like some form of horrific OCD that I've had for years, that if something even minor changes, I'm gonna die.
You see, OCD is one of the most misunderstood conditions out there. People hear the word and picture
like he's gonna die, like physically, like cease to exist.
Someone who just likes things clean and organized. And while that can be a part of it, that's not exactly what it is. At its core, OCD is anxiety. For Queso, moving into a new house meant moving into an environment that was full of variables his brain hadn't had the chance to map out yet.
Like when I take my hat off and put it on the counter, same spot every night. If it goes in a different spot, I'm dead.
Everything becomes unpredictable. And for someone...
Wow, that really explains why he hasn't left the state, though.
With OCD, an unpredictable environment is one thing that can't be controlled. Each unknown stacks on top of the last until his brain is sent into overdrive.
Chat, here's some lore for you. Every time I would leave to work in the morning, I would go outside my house and I would have to check that my doorknob was locked 37 times.
37 times? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like just like feeling it lock?
I would have to start my drive to work, take a block back around to my house and check it another 11 times. And then I could...
Wow, that's like extreme OCD. I did not know he had that.
Which explains why his setup has barely changed over the years. It's one of the places where his brain already knows the answers to
Maybe a little exaggeration, maybe, but I feel like most of his stories are like full for real.
all the questions. It's his rules at his pace, all in an environment that makes him most comfortable. But that need for predictability doesn't stay contained to his house. It follows him everywhere.
I went out in public 3 times in a row. I got recognized all 3 times. I never went outside again, bro. Like, some people, bro, came up like, hey, yo, can I get a picture? Everybody started looking. I'm like, oh, man.
Bro, I don't dislike when I get recognized. I dislike when somebody recognizes me and then they just stare at me for extended periods of time or like tail me at a grocery store. That shit's creepy, bro. Just walk up to me. The amount of times I have motherfuckers huddle in a group staring at their phones and going, I just walk up to them. I go, hey, you know me? Like, let's get this weird shit over with. Like, I'm just going to break, because either I'm going to sit there for another 30 minutes before one of them walks up to me, or I'm just going to walk up to you and go, you know who I am. And I'm not rude when I say it. I'm like, hey, I go, you know who I am? They go, yeah. I go, I'm just trying to break this. Because they make eye contact with me. They know I'm staring at them.
And dude,
the only time I really get tweaked out is when I'm like super high. Super high. They walk up to me, Joe Bart. I go, oh no.
I was about to
oh no.
pass out.
And then I'm going to have a really awkward conversation. And one of these, oh, it was nice meeting you. And I think about that for about 5 minutes.
Outside of that room, he controls nothing. Who's around him, how they got there, whether someone grabs his shoulder before he sees it coming. None of it is up to him.
I don't go out in public. I don't. Never.
When he's at home, it's easier to manage because, well, he's in his own house. But in public, there's no way to make the unknown stop. It's not only uncomfortable, but also insanely overwhelming.
You would have a better chance of actually winning the Powerball lottery than ever seeing me in public. That's how rare it is. No.
Bro, but that's so sad. It's like, bro, he has money to spend, you know? I feel like it's sick if he's able to, like, go and see shit, do shit. Fuck.
No joke.
The blueprint says the path forward revolves around a constant...
Fix your hair. That's worse. See, you fucked it up even more, jackass. Now it's going to sit like that.
State of evolution. The more you change, the newer things are, the more excited people are to watch.
What do you want my hair to be, like a perfect bullet? Like it's a Lego haircut? Just right onto my head?
But for Queso, that path has never really been accessible the same way it is for everyone else. And yet, here he is.
Literally almost 1,000 away from 10 million.
Oh, the cooking
Say
stream.
it ain't so. This is a moment in history? No, this is a moment in history.
Behind everything, the awards, the numbers, the journey from a rice mill to the number 3 spot on Twitch. Almost nothing has actually changed.
You
0.01.
Really gonna do this full time? Hey, I hope.
I don't understand how he was live.
Bro, CJ, that'd be a dream come true for your boy, man. Maybe my parents don't have to work no more either. That'd be a dream come true too, bro.
He's been grounded in the fact that streaming was never about being the very best. It was always about building a life worth living, for himself and for the people he loves.
Wait, Mom, we're about to hit 10 million. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. We're about to hit 10 million! No way we're actually about to hit it. We hit 10 million, baby! Let's go! 10 million on YouTube!
His mom was there before any of this
That
made
is so sweet.
sense.
She brought me some balloons in here! Yo! She brought me some balloons! Balloons!
You can't see it!
Get a pose in there with it.
Before all of the awards and money, before tens of thousands of people were waiting for him to go live, she was the
Oh my god, that's so sweet.
only one who pushed him to try streaming.
Oh my god, that's like a happy cry moment, bro. That's so nice.
First place.
That's a damn
And his mom being so proud of him.
diamond play button! You've had this? What? It wouldn't be possible without y'all, Chad. And you know who else it wouldn't be possible without? My mom. Come stand in front of the camera. Look at that.
And his dad, the man who spent his whole life doing the kind of work nobody claps for.
My dad, for example, like, dude, his whole life just working. He's had multiple back surgeries, multiple wrist surgeries, multiple foot surgeries, all from just working his whole life.
The man he watched and worked alongside with do it with no complaints.
Bro, that's the biggest thing about manual labor, man. Like, especially like union work, like the money could be pretty good, but your body's gonna be fucked by the time you're like 50, dude. Anybody that's worked in like the electricians union, carpentry, construction, it's like you could do that and then you just have so many like you have the body of like a 70-year-old when you're 50.
I worked with my dad. We were both maintenance men. Maintenance ain't easy work. You know, you're crawling
HVAC shit,
under sinks, you're changing faucets, you're crawling up in attics, you know, all that, just nasty.
The same man that taught him how to work was eventually the one who told him to quit his regular job and do what he loved.
I remember the night we hit 5,000. I was like, all right, tomorrow I'm gonna call my boss. I remember I got him to call because I was scared. Like, hey, boss, you know, I'm playing video games for a living. But it'd sound better coming from my dad because, you know, my dad was essentially like his right-hand man.
Yep.
But, yeah.
So when streaming became a reality...
Bro said electricians? Yeah, if you're like if you're the dude standing out on the side of the road flipping a sign, but like electricians that are like climbing in walls, wiring shit, that's pretty rough.
He made sure that the two...
All right, maybe it was a bad example comparable to like carpenters or like fucking construction. You know what I mean?
Two people who spent their lives building
Why are we dissing electricians? Is there like a union? Is there like a trade beef with electricians or some shit? Oh no, they got it easy.
Never had to work again.
What has been like the most fulfilling thing that you've run into in your career?
Just that everybody gets to chill.
Yeah.
And they have to get away from the jobs they hated and everything like that, and we can all just chill and do this. That's the best thing. I was gonna say they're retired because you know, they don't want to just chill and do nothing. They do a lot of stuff for me. Like my dad, if I need something to go get or something, he goes and gets it. My mom handles all.
Well, it's still a purpose. It's like they've been effectively retired from their job, but now they kind of like are mini assistants to Queso. You know what I mean?
All the background, like all of it.
If you ask Case, that's the whole story right there. In a world where overnight success has a way of quietly hollowing people out, Queso never let any of it change him.
The only thing I want to be is a place for people to go for 4 hours a night, forget about life, you know, crack some jokes, you know, have a good time, and just chill out.
And that's why this story isn't over. Queso has already crossed the line that mattered the most. He turned his dream into real life. He helped his family stop working. He became the place he always wanted to be for others. So whatever happens next is just the icing on the cake.
That was an amazing video. That was a good ass watch, bro. Oh my cinema. Oh, fucking golf cart fucking YouTuber dude too. They put that together amazingly. Queso's greatest trait is this humility. It's like a regular person you want to be friends with. Yeah, he seems like a lot of streamers. It's like, oh, you kind of seem like just like a figure versus like Queso's just like a guy you'd see in a store.
Live on the platform.
18.4 million people streamed in the last year?
Here, 18.4 million people opened up Twitch.
Wow. 18.4 million people streamed. Not even watched a stream.
And broadcasted live on the platform. I want you to guess how many of them actually made it to level 1.
Actually made it to level 1. 100K. 18.4. Or did he say 8.4? He said 18.4 million people streamed last year. How many of them have 100 viewers? 100,000. I think there's probably 100,000 streamers that average over 50 viewers. Over 100, maybe 50K? 50K streamers? More? You think there's more than 100,000 streamers on Twitch with over 100 viewers? I don't know, man. There's so many spaces on Twitch. If you just scroll the gaming category, it's just like endless.
Here's it. Throw a number out there. The answer is 165,000.
That's not that far off. That's not that far off. I actually lowballed it.
500.
Yeah, 165,000 full-time streamers.
36. That's less than 1%. For every person who gets to level 1, there's 100 that don't. Every big streamer you see today spent days, weeks, if not months streaming to an audience of 0. I mean, take Jinxie for example. He streamed to just 5 viewers for a year and a half before he ever made it.
5 viewers? He's grinding!
And I'm throwing all of these numbers at you for a reason, because without them, you wouldn't understand how truly insane what happens next is. Okay, so hate to interrupt myself here, but let's say you're like Queso and don't love your day job. Maybe you're not all that interested in streaming.com to start your business today. Today. Queso hit level 1 in the first hour.
God, man, it's like a fucking mind virus. You just know when an ad's coming.
In the first hour of his first ever stream. And he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, yo.
Wait, what? Queso averaged 100 viewers in his first stream?
Today.
Because in like 24 hours, y'all took me from nothing to crazy.
You see, Queso hit level 1 in the first hour of his first ever stream. And he didn't just get lucky.
Hey, y'all came through deep from the top, man.
In the days before he went live for the first time.
Oh, was he streaming on TikTok and like posting clips? Because I'm pretty sure he just, like, his first like half year streaming was just 2K, right? He was like big in the 2K space.
Queso was already laying the ground.
Isn't that weird how like most streamers, there's so many streamers like Aiden Ross and Queso. Who else streamed 2K and got big? Didn't Speed used to be a 2K creator? So many guys stream 2K and then abandon that shit. Like, cause fuck 2K. Los, yeah, Neon. There's so many guys. Kai was a YouTuber though. There's so many guys that streamed 2K, got big, and then just dipped because 2K sucks.
Groundwork. He spent days filming and editing clips of him playing NBA 2K23. And on September 10th, 2022, he uploaded 22 videos to TikTok. The next morning, he woke up to over 10,000 followers and a comment section flooded with one question. So that night, he went live for the first time and the floodgates opened.
When I look down and I see 126 viewers, bro, I cannot believe it.
From that day on, he followed the same routine. Clock in the 9 to 5, hit the second job, cut a few lawns, then come home and stream until he couldn't keep it.
Oh my God, is that why his stream time was 6 p.m. Central? But now he streams at like 10, bro.
His eyes open.
He'd be running a night shift.
I don't want to go sleep, man. I don't want to go to work, man. I want another build, dog. All I want to do is make builds and play 2K forever. Why do I
him, man, because it is like there's so many people that get big on Twitch, and for like a month they're making 1,000 a day, and they're going, holy, I am set, and then they fall off, and now they don't have a job. So it's like, oh fuck. You know, like that happens all the time, amount of people, not less on streaming, more on TikTok, but like that was like earlier. You remember the amount of content houses and shit, motherfuckers just full committing to like moving across the fucking world, starting content up, then they fall off. And it's just like, oh shit, I can't run this trend into the ground anymore. Like
he made a deal with his chat, hit 5,000 Twitch subs and he'd quit his job.
That's pretty fair. Because that was probably pre $3 split. So if he hit 5K subs, he's making 10K. He's making what, 10,250 a month? Or no, 12,500 a month off subs. So he's making like over 100K a year. And then he decides he could quit.
This today we're gonna remember.
Because that's secure enough to where if you fell off, you'd have enough leeway money. Wow, he had the zombie sub emote. Chat, yo, this is like recognizable to anyone that fucking streams. If you ever started streaming, this is like this is the default sub. Why it's a zombie, I don't know. This is like OG stream setup. Like this is like your 5th stream ever. Like you have the zombie. Dude, mine's the fucking Joe Bart. Mine's still the old one. I don't even know if my alert box works anymore. How do I test that? Well, it's and Finn for the sub. IX, Nell, Alex. Oh, there it is. Oh, there it is. I used to have that. I want to say, appreciate how much you are. Keep up the work. Oh, no. You can't have You can't have TTS. TTS can be really bad. No, I'm not keeping that shit. It's so distracting. I don't have my alert box anymore.
Remember forever, you feel me? This a day we gonna remember forever.
I could do a TTS day, but people just spam I. That or they say like some crazy shit. I don't think there would ever be a problem with TTS. There 100% would be. Max up for the sub.
You know I love y'all, man. Thank you, bro. It's all y'all, you feel me? Thank you, man. Full-time Queso in the building, and I'm laying in their mouth, too.
Within just a few weeks, it was a done deal. Queso's fan base was new, but dedicated, and they wanted to see him pursue this thing full-time.
Like I said, I've been dreaming of wanting to, be a streamer, a content creator since I was 13 years old. I finally took the leap, bro. I finally took the leap, and y'all can't.
I never dreamed. I never pursued being a content creator, but I always used to commentate my own Clash of Clans gameplay on the toilet.
Came through for you, boy.
I remember wanting to be like a gamer, but like mobile games. I remember I was like, damn, dude, how sick would this be to be like, yo, y'all remember the OG Clash of Clans creators? they would gem their town hall to like town hall 10, and I'd be like, dude, if I had the money to make that a YouTube video.
For real, y'all came through crazy.
All right, guys, so we're gonna be doing a hog rider build today.
No, it wasn't all sunshine and rainbows from here. His internet was still garbage, like genuinely bad. Streams would lag or even just end because the connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audio...
Holy shit!
And when you're trying...
Was that download or upload? He has 1 megabit per second download.
Connection bottomed out.
Do you see what I deal with?
And when you're trying to build an audience, that's the kiss of death. If your stream ends, they move on to the next.
What does that mean? To download Call of Duty would take like 6 days.
Eventually, numbers started slipping.
I don't even know how he was live. Like, I don't know how he was broadcast. Well, streaming's upload speed, but him having a 1 download, I don't know how he was streaming.
For a couple months, it looked like maybe the whole thing was a fluke. Maybe the bubble had already popped.
You know, I seen the numbers when I very first started. You know, the hype was there because I first blew up. Had like 800 viewers every night. Then y'all seen it dip to like, you know, 100, 150. I was like, I gotta do something different or it's gonna go under.
Then he picked up a different game. Hogwarts.
Oh my god, Hogwarts Legacy is when he blew up, and that's like not that hype of a game. I remember seeing his Hogwarts clips on TikTok.
Legacy. It was kind of a weird choice. It had a totally different audience from the 2K crowd he'd built, but he streamed it anyway. Clipped a moment and posted it to TikTok.
Wasn't that like a bad game, most people would say? I feel like that game didn't do that great.
Look, I see the sun
That's even more shocking.
peeking through the window a little bit. Sleep schedule gone now. Gotta make Hufflepuff proud, though. Hey, it is.
I want to look at his Twitch tracker. Here's mine for fucking perspective. This is like every month you could see where the views up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. You usually have dip months, peak months. Like, let's look at Jinxie too. Jinxie was bottomed out for like 3 years. And then right around here, he just starts peaking. Jinxie's in like 2nd arc right now. What is that face? What is that? What is that face he's making right now? Let's look at Queso. Wow, Queso's like the most consistent creator ever. Like, yeah, 600 views first month. Dipped down to 189 average in January of 23. And then he hit in January of 24, he hit 56K, and he has literally averaged that every month for 2 years. Wow. 60 seconds? Bro, he has like 1,000 hours in that game. Well, now it's probably a yearly salary a day, but I'm saying when he had 2,500 viewers, he was probably making like 300K a year.
Heavy, I mean it. At any given moment, there are about 3 million users on Twitch watching content. When you break down the viewer distribution by channel rank, the picture gets pretty clear. Out of the millions of channels on the platform, the top 250 pull over half the viewership. That's the difference between level 2 and level 3. While it seems like the easiest jump on the ladder here, it's actually the most difficult. There's a specific blueprint nearly every streamer has followed to make this jump. Here, I'll break it down for you. What you're looking at right now is 5 of the biggest streamers on the planet. Each at the moment they were averaging exactly 2,500 viewers. Pay attention to the setups. None of them are exciting. The rooms are pretty basic, the camera quality kinda sucks. There's no production value. They look like what they are. Just guys streaming from their bedrooms. Now fast forward to when those same
Speed lighting off fireworks in his bedroom.
streamers are pulling 10,000 viewers a night. Everything's changed. The lighting's dialed in. The cameras are crisp. The room
Lighting is still not dialed in on Speed's camera. Speed had 100K viewers on a webcam.
The cameras are crisp. The rooms look intentional. This is the blueprint kicking in. And it all starts with one realization. At this level, streaming isn't just a job anymore. It's a business. And like a business, the goal is to make as much money as possible. The internet, for whatever reason, craves a spectacle. And the spectacle game is pretty easy to play. You've kind of just got to spend money to make money. The setup is just the start. Next comes the move to LA. Buy the mansion, drop the I just bought my...
That's where I disagree. Next is the move to LA. The gun goes off. Nope.
Dream car video. Hire a dozen editors to pump out clips around the clock. By the time you're clearing...
Now in the streamer days, it's you move to Austin, Texas. That's where every fucking streamer on the face of the earth lives. Outside of like the core boys and like some OG streamers. Now it's I moved to Austin, Texas or Atlanta.
50,000 viewers, it turns into an optimization race. Every stream, every upload, every second of content is engineered to milk the cat.
Or they live in LA, but they own a place in Nevada and say they live there six months in a day out of the year, so they get state taxed in Nevada.
Cash cow. The longer you stay on the top, the more efficient it becomes. And